came a long way from the lowest. Yeah, gotta get it, the mindset, gotta put it in motion. This is the moment, gotta one-up my opponent. Back then they ain't noticed me, now they know it's me, I'm the chosen. It's my time, yeah, I put that on Bible. No excuses, gotta get to the final. Take all of my idols and turn them to rivals. It's all or nothing, man, the trophy is vital. Game time, bet I'm coming in clutch. No hang time, man, they can't keep up. The game's on the line, seconds on the time. Who can't fight? It's gotta be us.
Better under pressure, go ahead and let it fall on me. I'm destined for it all, you better call on me. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster.
Yeah, whole lot of times they doubted I wouldn't be who I am without it. Sleepless nights, I counted. It all paid off, it's really astounding. I had to keep the faith to elevate. Hope for better days, they were coming. Now we can celebrate, knowing every day is abundant. Yeah, it's my time, yeah, I put that on Bible. No excuse, gotta get to the final. Take all of my idols and turn them to rivals. It's all or nothing, man, the trophy is vital. Game time, bet I'm coming in clutch. No hang time, man, they can't keep up. The game's on the line, seconds on the time. Who can't fight? It's gotta be us.
Better under pressure, go ahead and let it fall on me. I'm destined for it all, you better call on me. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster. To a monster.
Seem like they all been missing. Never made a wrong decision. It's got me walking different. I stay gassed up. Please point the opposition. No scope, it's no joke. Just know I aim with raw precision. I went and got my bid up quick, 100 figures. They once was competition, now ain't sitting with us. Been on a wave since we've been away. Snatched the game, now we here to stay.
I told my mama I make it. I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. My feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I'd make it. I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
It's that you can't touch me. Things get ugly, they mad now. This all must be a whole new level to count. I'm packing on the pounds, pulled up with the dog hound, and I still had time to shut it down. Now you see them all screaming my name. See them trying to switch to my lane. They ain't never fit that frame. Only present when the cash came. 20 days I've been on the road chasing. No legend ever said they was complacent. Nah.
I told my mama I make it. I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I'd make it. I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
There are no limits to my calling. Going straight to the top like I've been boarding. Taking the title like there are no rivals. Doing the eyes closed, give me a blindfold. This shit is easy, like a recital. I'm taking my shot like my hands on the rifle. Yeah. It's now or never. Yeah. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Woo. Now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Yeah. Now or never. Yeah. Look. Keep quiet, the queen's talking, keep walking. Couple of rings brought in, lines choking. Couple of reporters reporting. Fire line with a red dot, no recordings. Taking the title like there are no rivals. Doing the eyes closed, give me a blindfold. This shit is easy, like a recital. I'm taking my shot like my hands on the rifle. Yeah. It's now or never. Woo. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. It's now or never. Now or never. Yeah. It's now or never. It's now or never.
Oh, you love the fame, you were not the same. Girl, when I was with you. Strung around the place, makeup on your face. Tell me what's your issue? What did I do? What did I try to make you happy? Thought that I proved, thought that I you told me that you love me. But now you're in the spotlight and you're cruising. You play with my emotions. I was foolish, but now you're in the spotlight. Camera shooting. You're playing with my heart. You're playing with my heart. And now you're in the spotlight and you're cruising. You play with my emotions. I was foolish. Playing with my. Now we know you're fake. I just wanna say you've got tunnel vision. Enjoy with your mates, 'cause I'm on my way. You've made my decision. What did I do? What did I try to make you happy? Thought that I proved, thought that I you told me that you love me. But now you're in the spotlight and you're cruising. You play with my emotions. I was foolish, but now you're in the spotlight. Camera shooting. You're playing with my heart. You're playing with my heart. But now you're in the spotlight and you're cruising. You play with my emotions. I was foolish, but now you're in the spotlight. Camera shooting. You're playing with my heart. You're playing with my heart.
Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch.
That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the ballin', spotting, ballin'. Phone was dry, but now everybody calling. Good at taking risks, yeah, I always go all in. Swear to God that I'm deaf to the talking. I can't hear it, see the finish line. I know that I'm near it, yeah. Cut the check and I'ma clear it. Ain't nobody out here that I'm fearing. Ay. Easy to see things all run away up. Used to think it's hard, now I feel just like a layup. I've been in the gym, yeah, I'm tryna get my weight up. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the. Hey, you ain't realist, like you got a few disguises. Walk in the room, I know I'ma be the flyest. She like me, yeah, it's hard for her to hide it. One-on-one, ain't nobody like this. Got this far by doing me, I'm everything I knew I'd be. I don't care what we used to be, no, yeah. They tryna get close to me, you can't get what you want from me. I got this vision you can't see, no. Easy to see things all run away up. Used to think it's hard, now I feel just like a layup. I've been in the gym, yeah, I'm tryna get my weight up. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the.
One time for your mind, get rockin'. One time for your mind, we poppin'. One time for your mind, no maybes. Just yes, you'll release the stress. In the place to be, we rhyme. Getting down on the mic, no crime. Hip hop, everybody know it's time. Yeah, we're gonna rock like this. Yeah, we gonna rock like this. Yeah, we gonna rock like this. We gonna rock like this. Yeah, we gonna rock like this. We gonna rock like this.
I just can't stop. No, no. Yeah, you got me, yeah. Ooh, no, I just can't stop.
non-stop like this. Gonna rock the party non-stop like this. Gonna rock the party non-stop like this. Gonna rock the party non-stop like this. Yeah, we rock the party non-stop like this. Rock the party non-stop like this. Gonna rock the party non-stop like this. Gonna rock the party non-stop like this. Yeah, we rock the party non-stop like this.
Run it up. We got the fire. Run it up. Run it up. We got the fire. Run it up.
You're stressing right, you need some meditation. Don't let them ruin your vibe, no time for rumination. Let's leave it all behind, take a flight, aviation. Want you, girl, by my side, let me show my appreciation. I want you here with me, I miss your body, baby. No, I cannot believe that you're still single, lady. Wishing I could retreat. I want you here with me. Be my lover, be my, be my, be my, be my trophy, be my, be my, be my, be my woman, be my lover, be my trophy, be my, be my, be my, the only one I want. Be my preliminary. Let me caress the way I think it's necessary. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, days, 7 days, are you ready? I don't need to say you know it, girl, you're extraordinary. I want you here with me, I miss your body, baby. No, I cannot believe that you're still single, lady. Wishing I could retreat. I want you here with me. Be my lover, be my, be my, be my,
like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
Yeah, I feel like a champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. They told me I wouldn't be nothing. Came on now, second to none. I need me a trophy, I need me a ring. I'm not with the bull, but keep it a beam. You know what it is, you know what I mean? Shit, all I do is win, 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 win. Haters wanna hate, they ain't make top 10. Double, triple team, what they need to defend. I juke left and I'm gone with the win. I'm gone with it.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine. I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
Feel like a champ, MVP status. Yeah, the win been guaranteed, so let's see about it. If you gon' speak about it, then be about it. If you don't bring that energy, no, I can't be around it. Nah, I'ma shoot my shot, I'ma stick it, watch. At the tippy top, I cannot take no loss. 2 seconds on the clock, they gotta give me the rock. I got a game on wet, yeah, I got a game on lock.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine. I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
Let's go. I got big dreams, I'ma do big things. Yeah, you see me on the big screen looking so clean. I don't move slow, I move fast, right past anybody taking life for granted, yeah, that's too bad. I'd be grateful for everything that I have. You only got this life, you don't get it back. Make the most of it, become the best that I can. Everybody look at me, I got a plan. You gotta work hard, play hard, do it from the start. Cause how you do anything is everything, it's art. Stay consistent and do it every day. Don't let fatigue get in your way. Cause 10% of something is better than nothing. You better do something if you wanna be something. I can feel my stomach rumbling, I'm hungry. Big things coming, I ain't bluffing, yeah. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day and train, yeah. It'll all be worth it. One day it'll all be worth it. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. I've had enough, I'm making my own luck. Adrenaline, my drug, I'm sick of feeling stuck. I got this, will not quit to the top, I promise. Cause I've had enough. Watch out, I'm on the climb to the crown. In my prime right now, hear me loud, I've been spitting for a while now. All by myself, independent DIY now. Don't need no help, I've been beating out labels and money and budgets, it's funny. I do all the work, yeah, keep it 100. I fight for my dreams, I would die for these things. I believe in myself, I refuse to be weak, I like to build things. Empires out of buildings, I wanna leave a legacy of helping others find they feel things. Of motivating and killing, depression, exhaustion, we need need some healing, I work through the pain. I like seeing gains, I keep my head down, buried, walk through the flames. Yeah, I do this every day, even when I feel drained. A true man pushes through, you don't hear complaints. No, I don't wanna stay same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day and train, yeah. It'll all be worth it. One day it'll all be worth it. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. I've had enough, I'm making my own luck. Adrenaline, my drug, I'm sick of feeling stuck. I got this, I got this, will not quit to the top, I promise. Cause I've had enough.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah. Pull up to the spot with the squad, let the bass drop. Laser on the up, brought the truck, this a cakewalk. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, hit them talk, let them take shots. 007 on the block, keep the aim high. Pull up to the spot with the squad, let the bass drop. Laser on the up, brought the truck, this a cakewalk. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, hit them talk, let them take shots. 007 on the block, keep the aim cocked. What? Check my pedigree, I got legacy in my pop. You playing hopscotch on that top, not on the block. Shimmy slide like me, no. Spice it up with a sauce. Yeah, my lord said don't do it, I said bah, bah, bah. Yeah, my lord said don't do it, I said bah. Yeah, my lord said don't do it, I said bah. Call you up like what you doing? Ride around with the squad, no losing. Link you up with the reaper, keep it moving. Yeah, they can't do it how we
is only one spot left for Masters Bangkok, and it comes down to Team Heretics or Team Liquid. Hello everyone and welcome to penultimate day even, of Kickoff here in VCT EMEA. We're coming to you live from Berlin, Germany. I am your host, Yingsu. I'm joined by Kakuka for today, who's going to be with me all day. Yay! So long since that's happened. And also another special guest. We teased it yesterday. We've got Koala Nu from Na'Vi.
Hello.
Thank you so much for taking the time for being here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I can't wait to get some of your takes. CNET was really spicy yesterday, so I want to see if you can beat him in that regard.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at the bracket and schedule right off the bat. Or are we doing brackets? Yes, we are doing bracket and schedule. Right off the bat, yesterday we came down to our top 3, and now we've got our top 4. Now, CNET sat here and said he was very surprised that Liquid managed to reach top 4. Are you surprised that Liquid are even
top
managed
3?
to make top 3? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised. I thought Phil were going to take it. But to be honest, they didn't look the worst yesterday, and I think today might be a little spicy with the map vetoes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that it was very surprising to see yesterday also the way that they came back. It was a match that we had already seen. Obviously, the stakes were different. But Paritik, he stuck up to his word. He was going to beat the Turkish team.
Yeah, the Polish players are looking very, very good. And this is the thing. If Heretics are eliminated today, there will be no Turkish players in a grand final. And we have never seen that in the partnership era before. So we'll see what's going to happen. As I said in the intro, we are waiting for that one last slot for Masters Bangkok, because over at Americas, in China, and also in APAC, every single team has been locked. Now, Koala, I'm just going to jump straight in and ask you some opinions about G2 and Sentinels.
I mean, yeah, I think those are the 2 best teams you could have brought in NA. Those 2 teams are incredible. I used to team with John on MAD. That guy's an insane IGL. I think he's going to lead Sentinels to a potential victory this year internationally. And I mean, G2. Like, there's no explanation really needed. That team, just every role, they have almost like best in slot players, like incredible players.
I love how you say he's going to win international, meaning like you don't think they have a chance of winning against G2.
Domestically,
yeah.
Domestically, I think G2 has it right now.
Yeah, I mean, today also, Kakuka, of course, T1, they made it over Gen G.
Yeah. It's very surprising. I think that for the people from Pacific, after how impressive last year was, to have in the first event DRX coming back and now T1 is going to change the tide so much, not having PaperX, not having the Gen G that we had. I think I like this new era.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it here. I don't like it at all. But what I do like is, of course, EDG and Trace. They made it so long ago. I felt like it's been like weeks since they won. But of course, the reigning champions, they dodged the post-champs curse, which is the first time we've ever seen a team do that. But since we have you with us, Koala, I thought we could do something fun and spicy and get your takes on some of the other duelists in our region, because you've impressed us a lot coming over here, being a duelist. In what I would like to bring back, of course, blind ranking. This is how it's going to work. So you guys at home play along, and Kakuka, I want you to roast his takes if you don't agree with them.
Oh, okay. I thought that we had to agree, but I'm not roast.
I'm just going to let him take this. I'm going to give you names of a duelist player. You're going to have to lock them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being the best out of the 5. But once the number has been locked in, you cannot change it. Okay? That's it. So let's start. I'm going to go pretty easy with a duelist I will be playing today, and that is Miniboo. So in 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, where would you put Miniboo?
I put him at 4.
Why?
I think he's like a very good fit for Heretics. I think he has like very good skill. But there's like other teams that like kind of have more like excel, like duelists that can excel like individually and like kind of like work by themselves more. Where like Miniboo fits more into like a very, very, very good system that Heretics have. And that's not to say he's bad. He's just very he's more of like a role player for that team, and he gets the job done.
I don't think I want to roast him for that, because I think that his reasons are actually quite good. I'm okay with the 4th also because the conversation around Heretics right now is more in what everybody else is doing. And I think that Miniboo is being caught in the middle of everything.
All right, okay, Miniboo 4th. I feel like a similar theme Kickoff last year, where people were like, not sure what Miniboo's going to do. Ended up having a fantastic year. But let's go to the next one, which is going to be Zeus. Zeus, the one player that I think every team wanted in EMEA. Where would you put him?
I'll put him at 3.
Ooh,
I would put him at 2, but I want to see more from him. I do think he's insane. I've watched this guy. His mechanics are, I mean, like top tier, like best in world type mechanics. And I think he can like find his form fully on Foot, and Foot gets like on the good start on the split one, I think they'll be a fantastic team.
So there was a world where you would have maybe floated him even a bit higher.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have put him at 2. Not 1, but I would have put him at 2 at like potentially.
I'm thinking, and I want to disagree, but I don't think I can, because I think that those first 2 spots are still up for grabs. Like, we still have very
You
big
don't know
names.
who's on this
Yeah,
list.
exactly.
I don't know, but I don't know. But
if
if I have like 2 or 3 guesses that I would put in front of it, and I think that what I liked about him, and I would put him above Miniboo, because even though he didn't make it this far and he lost yesterday, I think that his performance was very good, and it's a good prospect for the rest of the year.
All right, let's move on to the next one swiftly. It will be the other duelist that is playing today. It's Camo. Where would you put Camo?
I would have put Camo at 5. Not to say that like he's like that much worse. It's just we haven't I haven't seen like enough of him on this Liquid roster to give him a good opinion. I think he had a pretty good second split last. I think it was second split. Yes, second split last year, and like he's clearly a very good player. He stepped up very big yesterday, and I want to see more of that today. But I don't think I can put him at 2 or 1 above those guys.
It scares me because it's what he's saying, right? You cannot put him above, but I would have probably put him in the 4th. It's already taken, so it just scares me because whomever is left is going to be better than the other 3.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, the next one, I feel like you've left yourselves a really nice gap, because we cannot talk about duelists without mentioning Durke. So, Durke.
Number 1.
Okay, okay, thank God.
Durke is in peak form right now. Like, this guy is playing out of his mind. This Vitality roster, like, they're just so skilled. And, like, he's such a big factor in, like, making these players feel comfortable, because the space he creates, like, he just gets so much good info for his team. Like, I mean, the kills just, like, his skill speaks for himself. You can see all, like, he's willing to take such crazy risks like that Yoru play yesterday. Like, that's insane. Like, to have confidence to do that on stage, like, when it's to qualify, like, that's really rare in a player, and like the fact that he has that, like you just know he's number 1.
I mean, I was casting that game, and when I saw him walking, I was like, is that? And I just looked at Mitch. We have this connection, Mitch and I look at Mitch, and we're like, he's doing it. He is doing it. It's number 1. I don't think there's a debate in this one. I love the fact that he's in a new team, but he's still our Durke.
Yeah, yeah. He makes you cry every night by leaving Fnatic. But I will say, everyone's like, oh yeah, Durke versus Jorgamo, going to be so exciting. Durke has never played against Kankan. Like, that's the matchup I want to see. I can't wait for that. But before I get ahead of myself, this is the last duelist. You don't have a choice. She is going to have to go second, and it is Fluorescent.
I'm super happy with this. You made an absolute top tier list.
Yeah, I mean, Flora's clearly a good player. Like, she's playing incredible this so far on Apex. To fix my list, I probably would have put...
You can't.
You can't fix your
list.
list.
Oh, okay, so it has to say like this?
Yeah, it has to say like this. You don't have a choice.
Okay, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty satisfied. I give it like a 7 out of 10. I think I could maybe 1 or 2 changes, but overall it wasn't bad.
Yeah, Floor should have been 1, obviously. But yeah, that's the list. Okay, very quickly, where would you put yourself in that 1, 2, 4, 5?
I would put myself at number 2, because while like Durke just has the experience, he's like clearly proven himself. I still want to prove myself. Like, I can't put myself at number 1. That'd be just like a straight up lie. I do believe like I will be the best operator in this league. That's something I'm very confident in. And yeah.
Well, you're better you're a better opera than Zeus, so you can already have that title by default. But yeah, let's move on and talk about our match today, because it will be a best of 5, our first best of 5 of the year. And Team Liquid, Kokuka, will be playing in it. And how exciting is it that they've managed this lower bracket run?
It's impressive. I don't think it's only the fact that they did it, it's the way in which they did it, changing the compositions, expecting also what the rival is going to do. Every single gap that they're leaving, it seems very measured into what the response it is that they're expecting from the other, and growing so much in such little time. Having played so much, it's such a tiring run. But in the interview that you had yesterday with Patitek, he was saying, we're learning and our mental gets better every match that we play.
I think they benefit a lot from the reps, right, Koala, as you would know. And a player like Patitek, he gets to play against his former team.
Yeah.
How big of an advantage do you think that is?
I mean, I think it's a really good advantage. Like, being able to like see how Heretics played throughout the year. I mean, a lot of the style might have changed because of like Tejo being implemented, and we can clearly see Heretics run it. But I think just like you kind of know your players inside and out, right? And like that's just an advantage he's gonna bring to Liquid, and I think that might actually benefit them, and it could be a reason why like this series goes the way. Like,
sometimes we speak about, you know, like players from the Gambit era when they're playing against each other, oh, they know da. But Heretics has been the only team in EMEA that has made no changes, not at all. So Patitek being there last year, this is he knows exactly how the protocols work, how you know, the coaching staff even makes decision after those timeouts. He kind of can have that input of, I think they're thinking this.
Yeah, and of course, he's already knocked out Runner, he's knocked out Profek. He's going to be facing his ex-teammates today, and it was a very wholesome interview I managed to do earlier with Patatek and Rians. Take a look at this. Welcome to my weekly third wheeling session here. I'm now joined by Patatek and Rians.
Hello.
You guys, I don't even feel like I need to introduce you guys. Of course, former teammates, but enemies today, or that's all rubbish?
Nah, all rubbish, not enemies.
I wouldn't say enemy.
Yeah.
Always friends.
Always.
Now speaking of your friendship, you miss each other? You miss seeing each other all the time, being on the same team?
I mean, I miss him so much. Like, even my teammates know it. Like, every day in the office, like, if you talk about Patatek, everyone's like, we miss him.
And is the same for you as well?
Of course, I miss him so much. Like, I think about them every day.
What is the one thing you miss the most about the other person?
So like, about each player?
No, just Rians and Rians.
Oh, the vibes with him. The vibes?
With him.
Yeah,
okay.
the vibes are immaculate. And we are always having fun, you know, always saying random stuff, funny stuff, you know. It's just a blast with him.
Always joking, always laughing.
Yeah.
For me, I think Patty is the most funny guy in my life, you know. So when he was like in the team, like he was bringing so much joy and fun in the team, you know. So I miss that the most.
And what is one thing you feel like you've learned from the other person throughout your experience of being on the same team together?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would say that I learned having fun from the game. And resilience from the young people, you know, from the younger people. I'm still young.
You're
right?
really young.
I'm 25, right? But he's 19, so you gotta learn from the youngsters still, right? You cannot be like egoistical and be in your own head all the time. You gotta learn from them, and I think that the most important thing I learned is that resilience and having fun in game.
Oh.
For me, like Patty in game, he's doing some stuff like without hesitation, you know. So I would say I learned that from Patty when we were playing together.
Now, some people are going to feel like you might have a little advantage over the other because you know how each other play, you know what each other do, there's a lot of mind games going on. Would you agree with that? Do you think that there is maybe something in your mind that you feel like, I can react to what Heretics are doing because I know this is how they like to play?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, from the time I was playing with them, I know like the reactions and like I know what they like to do, but I feel like it's all up to just pure gameplay, you know, and just reading the gameplay. I'm not gonna be like going to the game saying things like, oh, I know how to read them, they're gonna do this and this and this, because every reaction might be different, right? So it's hard to read them, and it's hard to like, even though I played with them, I still don't really know what they're gonna do.
And Rias, what about you? Is it like, oh, he's knifed here, I know where they're going?
I mean, not really, to be honest, because like when you're joining a different team, like the reactions can change and everything can change. So like Patty might be not same Patty in Liquid, you know?
Yes, exactly.
And lastly, I know the fan artists on social media are going to love this. So can we just get a shot of you in that camera for the artists out there to make some fan art? I know they're going to love this. You're welcome. I got you.
Nice. Love that.
Oh, I wish they could just both go. I wish they could all go, but they can't. And unfortunately, after yesterday, Kakuka, there's a lot of doubters of Heretics.
Yeah, exactly. I think that we all know how Vitality has come into the tournament, but the performance that we saw yesterday from Heretics, it has to be devastating, leaving that upper run with a 13-1 loss on your map pick. It's not feeling great.
Yeah, and Koala, did you like the changes they brought on these maps yesterday?
To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan. I think it's just a style that like doesn't fully work for them, right? Like I think if you want to run something completely different, like the two Turkish players, Wood and Rians, they're both very consistent at the game right now. Like they're really big anchors for that team. Like put Wood on ISO if you're gonna change comps like that.
Yes.
Like this guy's a beast. If you put him on ISO or like you want to run like the Euro ISO comp, I think that might be better than something like this. Like with a comp like this, you're kind of push-pulling. You're trying to push-pull and make them rotate. But then the executes get a little bit weak.
Yeah, well, I see. We'll see if they do make those changes coming in today, because fans all around the world are waiting to find out which team will be the last to go to Masters Bangkok. It comes down to Team Heretics and Team Liquid.
With me.
The other 7 teams have already locked themselves in for Masters Bangkok, and there's 1 ticket left. Will it be Heretics or will it be Team Liquid? We'll find out in this best of 5. But let's talk about this map, Vito. It will be a best of 5, and there are certain maps, Kukuka, we're gonna have to see no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. We have seen Heretics permabanning the split, and we probably expected to see that yet again. And Team Liquid has decided to ban the Barrel. That leaves Lotus open. Team Heretics jump straight into it.
Is this a trap, Koala? Because we know Liquid don't like this map.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that they're gonna run like a they like the Teho clearly. I think they might run like a pseudo style like similar to G2 with the breach Teho. I think something like that might come out and might catch Team Heretics off guard.
And Team Liquid picking Abyss after what we saw yesterday. Okay, we understand it. Very excited also to see Team Heretics picking second one, the Fracture. Team Liquid just changed the composition and the way that they're playing. Maybe they think they can have some edge there. And of course, that's the minimum of maps that we can have. But also, let's bring in the context, right? Team Heretics has just lost, but they were coming in from that free buy that they got at the beginning of the tournament. So they get in here after playing 7 maps in total. Team Liquid has played 16 maps in rounds. That is over 200 rounds more that Team Liquid has played in this server, in this tournament.
Yeah, this is what Heretics went through last year in a very similar position at Kickoff as well. Honestly, before I saw the vetoes, I felt really, really worried for Heretics. It doesn't feel like they have a good map, a map pool without Sunset being in there. Riaz and Paddy, I need you guys to never separate ever again. I need them back on the same team. But now I've seen the maps, I think Heretics have a good chance, Koala. I mean, getting Lotus and Fracture in the first 3, you have to be happy about that if you were them.
Oh yeah, I mean, these are 2 maps that they're very comfortable on. They're even running a new Fracture comp with the Sky. It's not something you see that often. I think this can be a clean 3-0, 3-1, but however, I'm surprised they didn't go for Bind, considering they haven't played it at all. It's something that Liquid's played, and they don't have antis on, right? So why aren't you picking a map like that? Maybe they're not comfortable on it.
Well, let's take a look at Agent Select and see if goes again! He changes! What is happening? Okay, Paddy said to me yesterday, we will not change any more comps. We're not messing about anymore. And this Kukuka is the definition of messing about.
So we have the first Clove that we have seen here in EMEA.
And it's Kamek!
In Kamek. Kiko is playing the Reyna. He told us that he's going to be playing Smokes. He's playing the Reyna. Paddytech is playing Viper. And Nats is on Fade. If you're Team Heretics, there is absolutely no way you expected this.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's the opposite of what I said.
It's fight and fight.
Yeah, but you're excited about Kiko, right? Kiko is one of the players.
Reyna.
Yeah, you're
my favorite agent. I beg my coach to let me play it every map, bro. God, this is insane.
But the Kiko Reyna could do damage.
He's a beast right now. Like, he's the highest statistical player KD-wise. Like, this guy's playing out of his mind. And now that he's on a Reyna where he can go out of control, like, this might be scary for Heretics.
Man, why do they choose to start on the defense? They're so boring. Start on the attack. Give us a show from the beginning.
Yeah, and somehow that's not the weirdest thing because Mini and Pansy, Nats is playing Fade again.
Oh, who knows what is going on? This is absolute pandemonium from the very word go. Mini, I was going to ask you a whole load of other questions, you know, really cerebral sort of things, but now we got to talk about this comp. What is Liquid up to here?
Well, they've let Lotus through, which has been their permaban. And I think that they've just said, well, this ain't a good map for us. Let's just have some fun.
And the mad part is, this sort of stuff has worked in the past. The occasional Reynas, the crazy comps coming out.
The Redgar Reyna has, well, we got Kiko.
We've got Kiko.
And I do, as much love to Redgar, but Kiko I do expect a little bit more from.
You know what? I think that's a fair standard to establish, but they are starting on the defending side. Now, whether they care about that or not, we're going to find out. Maybe aggression from the word go. As Kiko already going walkabouts, Prowler sent through, turret handled, and now it should, I say should, settle in.
I mean, this is the kind of start I expect straight away. Just taking map control and duels right off the bat. There's going to be a lot of contacting around the map for Team with this composition. Already B aggression, straight back into like a C aggression, it looks like.
I kind of love it. I love it. You know what I mean? In a map like this, where it's just not meant to be on your side. Heretics, this is a good position for them. It surprised us to see it coming through in the veto. Why not throw a little caution to the wind and try and pull out something? It's a best of 5. It's a different conversation now, but we are seeing that Heretics have seemingly chosen their goal. Now, I'm seeing someone go and walkabouts on the other side, so Paddytech's position may become influential. For now, Kiko's in the right place.
That's a great read from Liquid.
Drop of the wall. And away we go. Doesn't get checked on. And you can't let this man go unchecked already. Does well, but it's Nats and Camo on the follow-up, leaving just Rien's alive. It's Liquid to pick up the first.
And I know it doesn't really seem like the Reyna was like the reason why they run that round, but when you're locking in a Reyna, you're more likely to make plays like Kiko just did. Like, they've worked the map with aggression and then ended in a position where you usually wouldn't with a normal composition. So already, I think value coming out of the composition. And I think the beauty of playing something like this as well is like, they don't expect to win this map.
No.
And so like, if you
they
do, it's beautiful, but if you don't, you can just be like, oh, we played Reyna, who cares? Yeah.
It's all good. We start fresh on map 2. No sweat. But it does put all of the pressure on Heretics. And if we're being honest, I don't think they need much more pressure after that game against Vitality only hours ago. It's still got to be in their heads here. It can't be easy to recover from what was a real hiding. Now, we're going to say we want to keep this clean. Obviously, you want to see them building correctly. And I can't wait to see what happens in this one. How does Heretics handle this?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Heretics lose in the fashion that they did yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back, and a bit of a narrative around best of fives as well for Heretics.
To say the least. And again, the context really does matter. It's not like Heretics are just bad at best of fives, right? That sounds silly almost to say, but keep in mind, they were losing them in grand finals. These guys were doing the deep runs. They are one of the best teams. They've made it to this point. I think a lot of us are a little bit worried about their form coming into at least this kickoff tournament. Do we worry bigger picture? Probably not. But there is conversation of going from one of the most decorated teams. Oh, God, and Kiko. If he's going to be confident as well doing this sort of stuff, it's going to be a brutal day for Heretics in probably one of the most important games of the year thus far.
Left.
Yeah, I felt like for Team Liquid, the fans have been they've been dry of some hope for some time. So I think I'm kind of
Are you on board?
happy for the fans at least, and I guess the org.
I guess.
I guess.
But no, look, the most Liquid thing would be to make it to this point and then
10 seconds left.
just fall short. You know what I mean? The ultimate Liquid heartbreak. But a perfect in-zone flawless here in round 2. Liquid tick in the box. We've got a clean round there, Mini. That's what we asked for.
Yeah, it's a great start. No problems in the economy at all. Like even losing this round, they should be on for more. And defense of Lotus, we're not looking for too many rounds here. So.
God, why does this feel? It gives you that weird feeling, doesn't it? Sometimes you watch a game, you're like, they've broken out.
I'll be honest, this is a must-win map for Heretics. I'm not trusting the depth of their map pool right now. So I think this has to be a win.
Nice little attempt here. All that early util invested. But I like that Liquid are working behind this. They're utilizing the space that they fought for, right? Aggression is going to be the name of the game.
Pushing too.
They're not stopping. They are absolutely not stopping. Now they're going to know about the turret. That's no surprise. But knowing its position is another factor. They can navigate around it. Boo could be caught out here, and they've opted to pull the trigger on that one. So away we go. Heretics' response is then to flood in towards C. You look at who's holding this on the back lines. You're going to have Patatek. He just needs to play that space. Keep that secure. And they've done incredibly well. Kiko and Calo taking away Woot, and Benji leaving them down to just 2. And again, Patatek, just play your life. And he's done it perfectly. But a 1v2 for Rien's already damaged. 2 kills for him in this round, but can he find the last 2? Patatek is only on 8 HP, but he's getting all that attention. And look who's creeping. Nats converting the bonus here. Liquid smacking down Heretics. Heretics have got to wake up here, Mini. That is not the round that they should have been losing.
Yeah, that's not acceptable, to be quite honest with you. It's a bonus round. We know that Liquid are going to do something probably aggressive with this composition. Absolutely. We know they're going to be grouped up. To turn your back on an A main push, I think that, yeah, Heretics need to wake up, as you said.
I'm waiting to see the timeout. I don't think it's going to be this early. I think it's very obvious. If we've come to that conclusion, you got to hope your players can as well. But for now, Liquid show them zero respect. They're running them down, and until you stop them, why would they stop? Now we get to see another test of this sort of area, and you're seeing the value to it. Boo, barely alive from the blender of just util. Now, on this side of things is going to be just Sheriffs, so you're looking at kind of min-maxing the reward, right? How much can they achieve here? What information can they get from this?
Yeah.
I'm finding it funny that Liquid have gone for 4A on their anti-eco as well. Like, how are Heretics supposed to read that they're doing 4A on an anti-eco as well as their bonus? So again, the weirdness of this composition, Liquid have just rolling the dice basically.
Yeah.
And they're hitting sixes.
They certainly are. Try and play around the timing on that Prowler. He's seen at least one. Not sure if he's...
The reveal didn't hit him.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
cheeky,
well.
Cheeky.
So far, still looking like they were trying to imply this C approach, but it looks like that pivot back towards B. But Nat's on the off angle. Beautiful for one. Doesn't need to stay around too long. He could potentially get away. I think he maybe could have shifted in towards that blue room side, but it's still Kiko there. They're fine with this. Farming with that Outlaw. There is still threat with these Sheriffs. But it doesn't look confident from Heretics. They're still trying to secure at least the plant here, which I think they're going to get with that C's coming in. Gives them a little bit of security, but Camo going to be controlled. Great shot from Rienz. Now into a fair 3v3. Well, as fair as it can be with these sort of weapons. Hello and goodbye. Liquid just flooding through the site. It's Boo left alive on 27 HP, and it doesn't matter. 4 back-to-back now for Liquid.
Just some Sheriffs for Heretics, so I'm not going to be too worried about that round. But off the back of 0 rounds already, you know what I mean? You got to convert some of these eco rounds at some point if it starts to get away from you. Again, Lotus, traditionally attack-sided map. 4 is already looking not too bad.
I'm waiting for an early timeout from Heretics. We were talking about it earlier on. I'm seeing it behind us as well. Heretics saying, nah, this isn't what we want. I want to see if it's Niels who's having a chat on this one. I do feel as though it is going to be coaching coming into this rather than IGL. Maybe Boo having a chat about it, but yeah, it's Weber leading the conversation as it stands.
I think strategically, though, there's not... Obviously, there's some ults coming online. We got the Fade ult and maybe Astra ult coming online soon. But to be honest with you, there's not much strategic you can say at this point. I think that the main points should have been covered in the pre-match before the game. Like, oh, they ran... You know, the coaches get a bit of time when they've seen the agents to talk about...
So they should be able to check in on that.
Exactly. So at this point, we've lost one big round where they've pushed A. Like, there's not much to work with. So I think it'll be a bit of just like setting the tone for how we approach the rest of this half.
But early timeouts there's weight to it, right? There's that mental implication of it as well, that we're not controlling the situation. The pace is being dictated to us, and in this scenario, this should never be the case. It's only 4 rounds, right? Contextually, it's only 4 rounds. But you got to get a grip on it before it gets too far. What is the absolute maximum Liquid should get here if you're Heretics? Like, they've already got 4. You can't let them get much more.
I've never had to think about this composition specifically, but I think that if Heretics can't let them get more than 7.
No, wait, whoa. And Kiko, yeah, he's been punished on that. Nice work there. Lovely follow-up, much better. Handling the aggression and being willing to brawl. Using the utility early to clear that space, that contested area. They've got what they wanted finally.
Yeah, and that's when this composition looks like how it probably should do sometimes. You know, mostly dry duels. The utility usage from Heretics is going to... It's an attack-sided map. If the util is used correctly, then Heretics should be in a fine position.
Should be, and we're seeing a lot of ults come through now as well for Heretics. You've already got Mini Boos, Rienz, and now Woots ready to go. Nats, calm down here. Why are they making this look doable? It's a 1v2. Kamek's still got that overheal. He's still got a little bit of time. He's seen Benji, but does he even know about Woot here? This post plant is incredibly hard with the time being bought by that Astra. He's still giving it a good go though, isn't he? He's covered it off. He's going for a little bit of a spray. Woot's got him across the line. It felt like that round was won in the early portion though.
Yeah, it got a bit nervy towards the middle.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that I probably want to talk about is that yesterday I thought that Heretics had some good ideas on the maps of bidding and Vitality. But they didn't shoot. They looked like, I don't know if it's nerves, like back to the wall or what it is, but I know Vitality can shoot, like, yes, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But even in this instance here, I saw a few moments there, I'm like, Heretics would usually rip your head off for those moments. So something to keep track of maybe over the course of this best of 5 is how are they feeling aim-wise?
Kamek feeling like he wants to be an instigator. Oh, Benji trying to be all pumped up from that last one, and Kiko's joined in as well. It's just bullying. I thought they'd learned from that previous, the reward that they had from that great clear over towards Mound, but they just filter through towards B and think, oh, surely they're not going to go aggressive. Yes, they will. Liquid are absolutely bringing the heat here. Heretics are down a boo. This one's wrapped up as well.
Yeah, right off the back of me talking about aim, Kamek is just dry peeked into 4 people and won a duel.
Oh man, this is wild stuff. An in-zone flawless as a response to the only round that Heretics have posted so far. And now their money's going to be a bit crooked, really, isn't it? It's going to be you get maybe a half buy-in, but look at that. Oh.
Yeah, no, like, I don't think there was any util used from Heretics at all to even clear the space. Like, it's not looking great. Like, it should be quite simple getting this composition. We just use the util, we use these prowlers to clear the space. Yep. Once we get it, we're chilling.
Oh god, mini boo. Oh, just about avoids the pain shot. Oh my god, everything's being thrown in. That was Camel with an ult as well. So mini boo somehow made it out alive. So again, that A-tempo control is here, but has Nax got the ult ready as well? I was wondering if he was going to pop that, but no. Maybe waiting for further contact, but now you're seeing that kind of swing over towards C. So Patatech's going to be calling out that they've at least had the Prowler here.
After that kind of aggression, you would usually see an attack side speed up things a little bit, but it looks like Heretics are a little bit, I don't know, on edge about what's happening right now.
And Kiko, hey, he's just slotted in behind where that Prowler just got positioned. He can be a fast flank on this as well. You've still got Camo on the angle. He's actually trying to commit towards Rubble. Now, do Heretics remember to re-clear this properly? Okay, so Kamek will give away his position, but they still don't know about the player at Rubble. And there's going to be the ult, the timing. He's fine to take contact because he's going to bring himself back from the dead. And now Camo can keep keeping that pressure up. This is ridiculous. Liquid looks so damn good like this.
Yeah, again, it's like the composition has like allowed them to play the game better.
Yeah,
like,
there's confidence, there's that like lack of pressure, like, hey, go take a fight. We'll just play behind you, we'll play you in.
Like even that early A main push, the first bonus round, like that is proper macro. That is good macro. Good.
Yes.
And it's like because they're playing these weird weird agents, sorry. It's like they got confidence. Yeah, sorry, not League of Legends here. No League of Legends. So yeah, I mean, I want to see this confidence on the more standard.
Yeah,
as well.
Isn't that the crazy concept? Obviously, you can see what the implication and effect of these sort of agents gives you, and how it's kind of loosened up T-Liquid a lot here. They're playing together, they're playing this kind of roaming style, but they're taking great map control, they're understanding the rotations well. Again, credit to Nats in this, because he's calling a great game, it looks like, too. Like, they're keeping everything in the right place. And you almost have the full hand for Heretics, right? Almost every ult, barring Benji's, is there, which they could get this round.
This needs to be converted. With these amount of ults on Heretics' side, like, we got to be looking at 6-2.
Right.
But Team Liquid are in a decent spot.
They're here
towards the A side of the map.
Now, lockdown close. We're seeing util being invested. I don't think there's much to stop this ult, so they're going to respect it.
Yeah, Camo not deciding to use a nade to deny it, which is curious.
Okay, so first and foremost, we need that plant in. It's going to be there. Mini Boo with the ult on top as well. This one could be just purely buy time and maintain space. It'll send it down in the end. But you're seeing where Liquid are now rotating through, going straight through stairs now. Another ult on top. They are putting everything into this round. This is 3 ultimates already just to secure this plant. And it still feels scary because Nats opens the account. Luckily, Rien's, Mini Boo, Woot, all standing their ground, leaving just Kamek alive. And can he make a go of this one? No. So keeps a little bit of their cool here.
It looked like to me that Liquid understood that Heretics were going to use that Killjoy ult. They did the same. Heretics had the same idea with the Killjoy ult in the last Lotus game. I thought maybe they would have used the nade to deny it and like be ready to flood in.
Yeah.
And Heretics a bit inefficient, I'd say, with the ult usage, I'd say. Maybe Mini Boo, even maybe a misclick, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure on that Raze ult on Heaven. But yeah, as we said, 6-2, that was kind of expected. Investing that many ults.
Yeah.
So now Heretics need to do that again, but without the ults.
Do it again, but in a harder situation.
Without 3 power ults.
Yeah, and they're big boy ults, right? These aren't, you know... Oh, Christ, Patatech, how did he not take a bit of damage from that? I do not know, but early implication on this C site. An attempt made and a show of force. More than one rifle was shooting then. So the response is already here. You've got 2 players trying to supplement and complement Paditech's hold. Prowler gonna connect, so they know the position. Maybe looking to pivot here.
I think every time Heretics don't have any kind of control or information towards Rubble, it's Liquid are just reading them like a book, it seems. Liquid have always got numbers where Heretics are right now. I don't think Heretics are doing a good enough job of playing the map right now.
Again, this is a lot of Vandals heard. And you can see the kind of consideration from Liquid. This could still be a B finish potentially, but already Kamek coming across. They've got a little bit of stall here. It looks like it's going to be go time, but do you want to go through that? Not really. You can see the hesitation on Heretics. They're down to 35 seconds here. They're being stalled out, and I love what Paditech's doing. It's a bit naughty. But why not give it a go? You got bodies here now. You're not alone. And Nats with a surprise on the drop of the smoke. He's right there. Boo gonna power forward. They do still check, but Paditech still wins. The numbers on their side, leaving just Boo. And Boo is not enough. Team Liquid absolutely locked in on this one.
I'll be honest, I don't know what Heretics are doing. They've got the default this round is go to mound and stand there for a minute and a half, and then CX into 3 people.
Seconds left.
Like this. I'll be honest, Heretics in that last Lotus game, they got away with some stuff because BBL weren't that good on defense, in my opinion.
Double timeout.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't think they know either.
There's no pressure towards Rubble to create any question marks whatsoever. The defaults have been let's go to mound, and we've mostly just been standing there. Like,
this can't be a game that these two are happy with either, right? If you're Weber and Niels, you're watching your team fall short in what feels like a very obvious opponent, right? I think I want to give credit with how Liquid have been playing this. I think they've been playing it really, really well, right? It's unlocked a lot of the characteristics that we like about them, this kind of like very aggressive style that's working well. But Nats with some great calling, but it feels like this should be able to be
This
done.
is Heretics' map pick,
yes.
And Liquid are playing let's be real, a troll comp.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're 7-2 up.
Yeah.
And that's how we start best of 5 here?
Yeah, it's worrying. Because like we said earlier, that to me this should be a 1-0 for Heretics.
And I was going to kind of add on to that. I wanted it to be a strong showing from Heretics too, a show of strength.
Yeah, bouncing back.
Yep, like, hey, don't worry about, that previous game. Hey, it's Vitality, and just about everyone's had to lose to them at this point. So don't worry, we'll come back in here. It's only Liquid, and they've gone, oh, they brought out a Reyna. Oh, what's this
We're
then?
going to contact into them without using util.
Love that idea.
Yep.
That's a great one. One of my favorites, actually. Crazy they've gone to my ranked game players strats here for Heretics, but they're down to the Sheriffs. They've been, into that little kitchen drawer and brought out whatever they could, the odds and ends. And it ain't much to write home about. Yeah. What a confidence builder for Liquid too, but let's see. They can try and get it. Oh God, it's just a massacre. Kiko's gonna take down 2. A recoverable rifle maybe, but they're just being surrounded here. They are back to the wall. Val here.
Yeah, Woot's gonna have to do something massive with this Vandal. That's the only way out for Heretics here.
And I'm surprised it's not over onto Benji yet either. At least he's got a little bit of armor, but I guess screw it. Do what you can.
Would you prefer a Turkish aimer with 60 HP? Or
okay, don't be doing that to my boy Benji. Don't make me say it. They're just being bullied. They're just having all the util just lobbed at them in tree. They look scared. And I don't know what to make of this version of Heretics. It doesn't feel good.
Spike down A.
There's now Woot, the last one alive. Do you really want to go out with a whimper on this one? 8-2, come on. It's looking likely. Spike, irrelevant to the outcome unless Woot does something unthinkable. I can't believe what we are witnessing.
okay, Copium is the timeout is probably for this round because it was a pretty low buy round. So let's see what Weber had cooked up. He wasn't the one mostly speaking, I believe.
Yeah, looked like it.
So the last 2 rounds, if Heretics want a shot in this, they're gonna have to get these last 2.
And okay, normally when this sort of thing happens, I go, oh, don't worry, it's a best of 5, things change. There was a lot of weight on this map. This was meant to be a gimme. This was meant to be the easy walk in the park for Heretics, gets them right back on the rails, no problems. Ain't been the case.
Yeah, even Liquid, like, they prepped this for the week for a foot. The last game, it looks like.
Yeah.
But to prep this comp is is kind of crazy to me. The idea that they're just like having so much fun in practice, just running around with Reyna. Just. I thought they were going to come out with something a bit more traditional, but I respect it.
Little high-low set up here. Prowler indicating the advancement. Oh, Kiko, you can't escape him. He's been having an absolutely belting tournament so far as well, and into this round, carrying that form on. They've taken away Miniboo. They've taken away Woot. That is a big blow to this, and Kamek in the off angle too does give away his position. They still can't clear him. Confident on the spray because the res is there regardless, so he's back in the action. Gets himself healed up, waits for the support, swings on in. It's Camo to close, and Liquid once again flawlessly, nearly, with the res, dealing with this 9-2.
Yeah, I'm worried. It's, again, like, I want to go back to the aim thing. Like, they're not winning any opening engagements, it feels like, at all.
And look,
the team is stacked as Heretics. It's strange. Like, yesterday, again, like, his Vitality.
You give them a little
Team
bit of leeway.
Liquid,
Yep.
like, this is a team where, sure, there's some great players. Kiko's been stepping up massively.
Yeah.
But I don't think the player depth is the same as, well, it shouldn't be the same as Heretics.
It shouldn't, right? This was the team that made it to the Champions Finals. This is the team that, you know, went the distance. We hold them to high standards because they've shown us what they can do. Right now, not seeing much of that. There we go. Again, tempo change, pacey in towards B. But do you want to brawl right now when you can't even shoot back? Rien's deleted. Kiko had nowhere to go, but he sets up Camo, trading out effectively, but now tipping. It's Woot to control the space, and they're just willing to fight here. They have the comp for it. Of course they will. And a quick TP out. Boo wants away.
Spike planted.
Decent post-plant options, but the flank here from Kamek, again, that's nasty. If Patitech can make a little bit of noise or distraction once his Astro ult goes down, we might not even need it.
It's all about timing, isn't it? Kamek, oh my god, he's just missed the timing on this. They both could be on the side. This is valuable information being relayed here. So Camp closing in, the gap getting smaller, the map feeling smaller. They're both on the left-hand side here. Does Kamek clear? He gets dealt with. Nicely done by Boo, leaving Patitech in the 1v2. Not able to get it going. 3 rounds is all they get.
I don't believe what we're seeing, to be honest with you. Like, this ain't a 9-3 on a normal map either. This is 9-3 on defensive Lotus. That's scary.
It is petrifying. It truly is petrifying. I genuinely am stunned with what we've been seeing, but it's only map 1 here. And what a moment as well for young Patitech. But before we dive into the second half, let's check out what Patitech thinks about facing Team Heretics.
I think last year was, like, actually amazing. The Heretics boys gave me the chance, and I think personally me, I took it really in a way that I need to try hard and show them that I'm capable of, and that I'm capable of playing at their level, and that I wanted to basically have them as a team, right? So yeah, I think it was an amazing year. Unlucky that we didn't get a trophy. In Shanghai, they didn't get the trophy in Seoul, but I think this year, for them and for me, it will be a changed way. I can't really wait to play against Heretics because, as you know, I played with them, so it's gonna be nice to play against them.
And it is a curious factor, isn't it? The Patitech's career kind of got reignited with that run with Heretics. It put him back into the spotlight, people realizing how good he can be. Now sitting currently 9-3 up on the half. I don't want to say it's done, but for Liquid, they're now on the better side for them, I guess, for this composition, if you want to look at it that way. And they've got so many rounds to play with. What's the win condition here for Heretics? Give me something, Minnie. Is it just shooting back? Is it waking up? What is it?
We need to see them winning some opening engagements at the very least, because that has a huge indications on the rest of the series. Like, if we're this, what do you want to call it, cold?
Let's say cold.
In the first map, that's not a great sign for a best of 5. And this isn't a warm-up map either. Again, this is Lotus, map that Heretics are traditionally not bad at. Liquid permaban until last game.
This could be a 2-0 start.
I don't love pointing out individuals, but Benji did not have a great time yesterday, and he's currently got 0 frags today. Like, we're gonna need something from Benji.
And again, I am a huge fan of what Benji was able to do, especially during, obviously, the strength of Heretics' previous performances, but
Caution here.
yeah, that is a horrible scoreline for him. But already, Liquid just going to try and lean in towards B. So far, so good, as Riens does at least stop Kiko. We do have Benji now on the board. That's a 4v3.
Yeah, good contain from Heretics there, very mature. Looks like Liquid are going to go towards the A side of the map. It shouldn't be too difficult to maybe get a plant at the current state of the map.
Just going to be Woot, who's already kind of sitting pretty deep. He's playing quite safe on this. Doesn't want to give them an opening, give it down to, you know, a 3v3 perhaps. So I like what Woot's doing here.
Yeah, disciplined. Happy to play for the retake right now.
Yeah, they've got the numbers. They've still got a nice bit of util. Riens, I'm sure, will have that Haunt back up as well by the time that they actually need it. Currently, he's over towards C.
Liquid not happy with the postman. They're going to make a play.
Don't know if that's necessary. I think that's a very indicative spot of a player, though, that they're kind of already posturing for this retake.
30 seconds
So
left.
don't need to overextend here. They feel as though they've got the safety on the site. You can really see the hesitation on it, though. Maybe an adjusted plant.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Nat's being smart with the open plant there. I mean, a little bit of time going to be down before the retake.
I'll find you.
The Haunt just used close here, so close corners of the site do get cleared, but I like what Kamek's up to.
Not ready yet.
Position could be huge in this one. Smoked off, tap on the spike. It does draw out a response, and I imagine. And yeah, Kamek does really well from the corner and gets a follow-up. It's Benji to finally deny. But the back two players here, Panatic and Nat, can play off this plant so well. We've got a split on the door, split pressure, but they handle the front, and now they can look to the back. Benji can do no more. They turn it around again. Double digits instantly for Team Liquid.
I'll be honest, that retake did not look like a grand finalists at champs level team.
Where's the cohesion? Where's anything? It feels so frayed.
Like, they got the backside so quickly, that's ticked off, and then they just go off individually trying to find, well, they found Kamek and he's punished them for it.
I am a bit worried, because these aren't things that are just necessarily map specific either. This is like, you know,
these are just
strategic
fundamental things.
That's a worry. That is a worry. And I do want to kind of talk bigger picture with you at some point, but right now, I mean, this game is an absolute heater. Because there is something to be said about teams coming off of maybe a very good year, maybe not getting, obviously, let's say the first place results, but a very comprehensive year result-wise, you know, very deep runs in tournaments, and not always being able to then string that into the next year. A lot of teams have had that one-off year where they've done well. I'd say the caveat to that, there's a couple of teams who have managed to find repeatable success, and Fnatic was one of them. I'm a bit worried if this is Heretics so far. I'd love to see them wake up. I'm not going to be this, you know, doomsayer yet, but that's a good start for Benji there, but let's see if any more damage comes through. I like that Riens is here, though, able to capitalize on the drop weapon.
Yeah, Liquid playing it slow. Almost a little bit like how Heretics did in the year half, where it was like mind control, then what? So not the most comfortable attack side calling maybe, but it'll be fine. They've got enough time to pivot away.
And again, this isn't a map where we've looked at Liquid with having great strength, you know, so there will be faults in this. It certainly will not be a flawed
30
map.
seconds left.
No, until yesterday, their veto was saying this is our worst map.
Yes, right, there was that heavy implication, and considering the composition we're seeing, I think that's a fair assessment. Now, why does no one check this? Why does no one ever check? Oh my god, boom! That's a bit naughty. No one ever checks that spot, and it drives me mad. Okay, so Plant's going to come in, but they've made
10 seconds left.
a bit of a go at this one. Kiko's going to take a lot of damage, as does Panatic. Okay, maybe game back on here. Can they stick the landing? So far, no. Kiko kicks him off. And I like that position. It's cheeky, but he doesn't even need to do it. Liquid, even when it feels strenuous, still secure.
Yeah, Boo gave them a chance there in the pansy spot. I'm going to call that from now on.
Please don't.
Pansy.
Please don't. I don't think we need to do that because it's a nightmare. No one ever checks it. Drives me mental, but I just...
Well, we need a name for it. That was the rule of Fnatic. If something happens to us, we get owned. You need to call it.
Okay.
You know,
what spots are there on the maps?
Tens.
Where was Tens one?
Tens. There was a lot of tens.
I'm not saying that. There's quite a few.
Us in quite a few spots, to be honest.
Where was the Shroud one?
Every time he's on a high box.
Yeah.
Because that clip in Counter-Strike.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, what do we have from Liquid? 1-3-1. Working the map, kind of, you know, semi-expected. This is a bonus, but they have some real firepower. Kiko's already up on the Vandal. We've got the Bulldog with Camo and the Guardian with Palitek on the other side. Full rifles, but...
It needs to be quite clean from Heretics, the economy on edge.
I can't believe we're still saying that at 3 rounds for him. But it's true, it does need to be clean. Who's going to be watching this cross in? Oh, it's going to be... Oh, Christ, Kiko! What are these shots? Like, I want that from his POV, you know what I mean? Like, what it's like to try and deal with someone peeking you like that. But now they're looking maybe to go for this C approach. There is 2 players here. Nice from Wu, good approach, but that smoke's going to dissipate. Still stunning from Wu. A quick reminder of that capability that feels that it's been absent. And there, the Heretics make it past the first hurdle here before it became unredeemable.
Yeah, the setup there was quite nice. The kind of Astra smoke. There's something I was talking about Astra before, is that you can actually play it very aggressively with the stars. You get into those smokes and play a bit ratty, and Woot was playing that perfectly right there. I think Liquid, maybe a little bit of prep on Heretics, is that usually Heretics were leaving that B site completely open in that match. So I was not surprised to Liquid to use that part of the map as part of the game plan potentially.
Let's start this party.
Like, even at the end, you saw there were still 2 people on C, despite, you know, B being wide open.
Early back and forth exchange for control on A.
On B, just for this walkout.
How are you going to be clearing Boo here? You're just going to wait on the drop of the smoke? Anybody's got to have seen this. That Paintron's going to force them forward. Boo, though, is caught with a smoke in hand. Does deal with Palitek, Paranoia boosted, but they're still quite close. Seas comes in, Boo trying to play his life. There's no real support on the way. He's left on his own, Rienza's fallen. Boo goes down next, and Liquid systematically dismantling Heretics, eyeing up that 12th round, as Benji and Woot are far from the fight.
That Seas from Nats was so quick, and Camo Satchel there to just push back Boo. He couldn't get anything off that Paranoia.
God, if we see this synergy from Liquid throughout, I'm worried for Heretic. Bigger picture too, but obviously they still have to finish this one. Look at these positions. Benji's going to have to be so clean with it. It's not a fun position to try and work back in on. Okay, Camo's already taken away his support. It's all on Benji, and it's too much to handle. It's 12 in the blink of an eye. And can you believe that it's Team Liquid getting there?
Even on that finisher, Camo's got 2 1v1s, and it just looks too easy for him.
It does. When did the Heretics become like this? And I don't want it to sound like we're being completely disrespectful of what Liquid are doing. It's impressive how they're playing. But this is not the Heretics that make it to Champions Finals.
No.
Ah, Matt. Yep. Same, Niels.
I do, yeah.
You love a coach cam, don't you?
I feel for them, but...
You've been there, man.
It's fun to watch.
Mini
The
finally
pure
becomes
torture.
a viewer. Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is painful seeing this. All the prep, all the practice, all the work that you put in, and seeing it fall pretty short. Now we do have a stack of util on this site. Does it matter? No. Camo just blows up Woot, and the site is looking open. The confidence is sky high. But can Heretics hold on? So far, it's trading out and not in their favor. It's a problem. But Benji could be the cure. He could be the one to save them. He gets them too, leaving Mini Boo in a winnable situation. Not perfect, but doable. Oh, good key.
No respect.
Key. And why would they? Liquid have been in control. Heretics feeling like just a formality to the outcome. Camo to close, and Team Liquid in a surprise result. At 13-4, Heretics have to be worried.
If you told me that Liquid were 13-4 up to get to Bangkok in a best of 5, I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's map 1. Map 2 on the horizon is going to be Abyss. You do not want to miss how this goes.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hit the dance flow, let go frustrations. I might have a hidden agenda, but my intention's pure. I'll give you all that I got, and I hope that you don't need more. It's okay, just take my hand now. Damn near sweating your hair out. You got me creasing my sneakers. That's usually something I care about. Couldn't see the path, but it's clear now. You was in my dreams, but you here now. And I just want a little dance and a reason to change my plans. All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me. We outside, did you hear what? I called the ride cause I'm going up. And there's something mixed going in my cup. Don't say much cause they know what's up. You know it get cold on the late night. We getting all close like it's day night. You looking so fly, you could take flight. Now I got this feeling that I can't fight. Your curves got my urges flaring. You got me by the collar and I'm not caring. You see how the people can't stop staring. I'm trying to make you mine and I'm not sharing. Okay, let's bring it back a bit. She said you could have whatever if you ask for it. Well, I just want to have a little dance and a reason to change my plans. All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me.
Get up now. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up now. Get up. Get up now. Get up.
Yeah, get on your feet and move to the beat. Pour up some drinks and then we repeat. Yeah, chasing my purpose, need a release. Yeah, my life's a beach, I'm lost in the breeze. Do this with ease, don't play with my dreams. Yeah, it's so together, it's not what it seems. Heart of a tiger, life of a king. Yeah, chasing my bag, my feet in the cream. Running these laps, not losing my steam. I'm feeling good, this life's what I need. Don't intervene with my energy. Yeah, I'm in her scope like Jimmy Iovine. Yeah, no Superman, but I'm feeling supreme. This not a movie, but I'm making a scene. Yeah, I can tell you how to live your life, but you just gotta get up.
Get up. Get up.
An absolute dream start for Team Liquid in this lower bracket final. Best of 5. I'm your host, Ying, and I'm back here on the desk with Kakuka and Koala. Now, Bear, you know this in the EMEA, if a team has a permaban, they never play, you just don't pick into it, especially if Nats is on that team.
Man, I'm kind of like getting tired of this because sometimes we talk about this and we say, oh, it's probably a bait. Every single time that a team lifts it open, they expect the other team to just bite right into it. And how many times has that worked throughout Kickoff? Not many. Like we see the teams being prepared, maybe with the exception of leaving Bind open for Casey to pick onto you, might be very short, but those matches have always been close.
Yeah, it's always a bait. It's literally quite literally is always a risk here. And I think we can take a look at the comp and kind of understand what we're talking about here. Because Koala, I'm on the fence, I'm on the side even of thinking that they might have just said, hey, what do you guys want to play? Let's not, you know, read too much into it. Just pick whatever you want kind of vibe. Would you agree, or is this a legitimate comp?
I think this is the first option. Like, there's no way that they came up with this, but if they did, I mean, it worked clearly fucking. Don't find me, don't find me. It worked. It worked so well. Like, they cooked. They cooked.
Yeah, That's how I would have described Kiko's Reina as well.
Yeah, exactly. And them starting on the defense, reminiscent of what they were doing yesterday, especially against Foot, right? Being extra aggressive, this comps makes it very easy for them.
Yeah, and I just want to say the last time Nats played Fade, it was on Lotus, and we had a Redgar Reina. Now, Kiko admittedly did a little bit better than Redgar. Put the bananas away! Oh. This is the other thing, by the way, Koala, I don't know if you know this, there's a curse. Every time we show a player eating a banana,
they lose.
In between the maps, they lose the next one. So
Abyss, back.
I want to eat bananas.
Abyss is definitely going to the other side. But let's take a look at some of the things we saw Liquid do, you know. I know there was one round you really wanted to talk about right in the beginning of the game. So talk us through this really nice round 3 push from Liquid.
Yeah, so I think Liquid just wanted to start the game off like very strong. They wanted to show Heretics that they were willing to fight. They just walked through A completely without Heretics knowing really. Like they got the perfect timing. I think it's kind of like scared Heretics for the rest of the half, to be honest. The way they played this game, they kind of just grouped up. Liquid over-rotated at that point, and the thing with a comp like this, with a Reina Raze, you kind of want to punish them, right? Like, they're double duelists, like, what do they want to do? They want to fight into you. And I think Heretics grouping up like this and, like, not realizing that over-rotation was happening, like, kind of messed them up this entire half, to be honest.
I think that especially in this round, something that we did not mention is that you say that they didn't expect it. And I think that maybe there was a lot of noise going in at that moment because there was the aggression. We even saw the Prowler coming in from Nats pushing with them. But probably, I cannot believe that they didn't expect Liquid, who has been very aggressive from the defense, playing this composition, but on their bonus, they're just going to stay back.
Yeah, exactly. But also the way the Kamek played Clove is, I want every Clove player in ranked in the world, any situation, Kukuga, to play it the way he did it.
I thought you were going to say in EMEA, and I was going to say, well, this one's the first. But
he is definitively the best Clove player in EMEA.
Exactly, yeah. I 100% agree with you. But as you're saying, yes, being aggressive, still playing with your team, being there with those smokes, but also playing it as a duelist. Just go, take the fights. Just if everybody's pushing, you go with the pack and with the rest of the flow. And I think that he was feeling really empowered playing the agent because he always had a second chance because he was clicking so much. He had the ult.
Yeah, he's got like 3 or 4 ults. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it almost feels redundant to say this, but Koala, sometimes the aim does matter. It does really matter that if you're shooting, you're shooting.
I mean, my coach always tells us, like, at the end of the day, like, if you're shooting better, like, you probably will win. And, like, Liquid did exactly that. Like, they ran a comp that, like, is not really that normal, and they were just absolutely dominating this entire map.
And it's so important for them coming into this best of 5, knowing what it's at stake, how hard they've been fighting, to start off with this. Yes, it is a different composition from what we're used to. The first half was amazing. God would have known what would have happened if they would have started on the different side. But in this situation that they're in, against a team like Heretics, as you're saying, it's about shooting back. Yeah. Heretics yesterday couldn't shoot back. Neither could Foot. In some of the rounds, yes, and on that bind, definitely. But Foot is the team that you expect they're going to shoot back. Team Liquid has found the key to keeping the other team from shooting back.
Yeah, but the issue is we are going to head to Abyss next, and this is where Liquid are not weird about it. You know, they're not running Reina, they're not running Clove, any of that on Abyss. Well, I would be okay with that. I would actually be super okay with that. But for Heretics, though, how bad does this bode for them? You know, Koala, you lose map 1, the map that you probably were really confident in because your team, the opposition always banned it. Is this the end or be all of Heretics?
I'm a little worried because, like I said, like I watched them play this Abyss comp and like Vitality played phenomenal, don't get me wrong, but I just feels like it's something that they don't really have a lot of like practice or like comfortability on, and I have a feeling that they might actually like revert back to like an old comp, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are they going to be keeping that composition? We saw Benji Fishy for the first time playing his 4th agent, I believe, here in EMEA, going on the Tejo, putting wood on the chamber. We understand the idea, but I think that in practice, it didn't work. And they didn't have responses. They didn't have the versatility to change things up when it's not working. When plan A didn't work, there was no plan B. And going off on a 13-1 exposes a lot of weakness. So I agree with you. I think that they should revert back and just go to the old comp.
Which old comp? They've got like 5.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say like the basic one. Like, they know how to play the game. Like, they're very good skilled players. Who's called on that comp plenty of times. I think just going back to your basics and doing what you do best, like, I think that is the Heretics way. And, yeah.
Doing what they do best is exactly what I expect from Team Liquid in this map. Because from the beginning of the tournament, even though we've seen things like what we saw on Fracture the first time that they played against Foot, that was you know, sometimes these things happen, but on Abyss, the synchronicity between the events and the way that the players have been getting onto the sites, everything has been so on point. I know that we've talked about PattyTech a lot today because of the synergy and the relationship with the other team, but I think this is by far his best map.
Well, let's take a look at Agent Select. They're not going to change anything. They are going to go with this comp, but at least at this point, they've had a rep. They've at least played it.
Yeah, and with them starting on the attack, I expect them to be to have that proactivity. I expect them to be countering what Liquid is doing. They're especially at the beginning on every pistol, on every that. They're going to be aggressive. I expect them to be on top of that.
Yeah, I think main control is going to be a very big thing for them on the attack. Like trying to farm Mini Boo's orb is going to be very big. And I want to see Woot. I want to see him get very good timings on these lurks. I want to see him frag because honestly, Woot has been playing phenomenal. Like despite the scoreline, he was hitting nice shots. Like he's going to be a very big impact player this series and this map, and I want to see it happen.
Not only on the lurks, but also keeping an eye on the lurkers, because yes, Wood has that small trap, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and I want to see Benji come alive a little bit. We need to see the Benji we know and love from last year. But this is the thing, Liquid are already leading. Pansy and Mini is going to be a very important map for Team Heretics.
It certainly is going to be an incredibly important map, and it feels like a fresh start if you're Heretics, and for Liquid, you've got to be grinning after map 1, right? You've set off a statement. Map 1 in the bag, in the fashion it went down, only dropping 4 rounds. Team Liquid have to be over the moon. Now, coming into this one, though, where do you see the differences being made here between these two?
Honestly, there's a reason why Liquid have picked this map. They've already won it 3 times in fairly convincing fashions. And I'll be honest, I think that defense read on this map is one of the best in the EMEA. I don't think there's many teams that play defense that well on this map. It is a tough side. But for them to start on it, I am a little bit worried for Heretics.
Because I also feel there's something to be said about the confidence having to come in for the likes of Woot, to see Mibu start firing up as well. They have to start on a good foot forward, and Liquid have looked solid here. So into map 2 we go. Can Liquid keep it up? Was that first map just a blip on the radar, or is there real consistency here? Their map choice now. The early intentions being shown. Team Liquid gonna know the Heretics want to be heading this way.
Yeah, but both drones already used and no space really made for Heretics. Usually, if you're going to use both those drones at the same time, you expect to get onto the site there.
I quite like Camo's forward position, but Woot's seen him. Lovely from Woot to open that up and create space towards the site. That's instantly going to put Liquid, I was going to say instantly into a retake, but actually they're playing this forward. They're trying to challenge on this, and they've isolated a fight. Good trade for Benji, back and forth. Numbers still in their hands until now. Kiko, death from above. Going to find a couple here. It's leaving Nats in what feels like a predictable position on the lurk.
Yeah, I think he knows that this is going to be open most of the time with just the chamber. He can only trip one of these spaces. We saw him do a 2v1 yesterday in this very similar position.
Does he get it again?
30 seconds left.
He's thought about it. Yeah, nicely done from Woot there. Finds Nats and handles it well. First for Heretics.
I thought, like I said, though, they used both those drones, didn't get the space, and it was down to Camo's, like, just arm showing that really made the difference there for Heretics to be able to get onto that site. If they didn't get that initial pick, I was very worried for them to get onto that site.
Let's freaking go. Team Liquid now. Gonna just be down to the Sheriffs. Gonna have Kiko and Nats.
Push on B here for Liquid.
Oh lord. Are they gonna push this?
Yep.
They might catch a player in here, actually. Looking at the amount of bodies behind it, they've just drifted away. The flash coming, turn. Not bad, but it's forced, isolated. Wait, this could be a Vandal. It absolutely is. There's no way. There is no way that happens here. Huge claim on that. PattyTech's going to get himself out of there with a Vandal in hand. And now they've controlled half the map, and this spike is... Rienz is trying to get out of there with that. He desperately doesn't want that to drop. But Nats is going walking too. The timing on this, I can't believe it. And PattyTech's found Rienz. That spike found. Nats takes away Boo. What is going on? Oh! Woo with a lovely shot. But he has his work cut out. Team Liquid against the odds with weaker weapons. Pulling back together. Won't do a thing about it. So many players to get through. 40 seconds. Oh, the spam. It's down to 29 HP. Oh gosh, this feels impossible, doesn't it, for him? Gonna make a go of it. They are stalling time. They're making him work for his dinner. The first fight, he's got it. Nice, gets Kamek. Fancies a bit more as well, but Kiko's position looks like the checkmate, and it is. Team Liquid not letting Heretics get their second step on the ladder. No, kicking them right back down.
Heretics shouldn't be falling for something as simple as a 4 push down B. Like, it felt like they didn't use the util they needed to get information on space. Happy to just sit in a smoke and try and take an orb. They had no clue if there was 5 people behind that. And on an anti-eco round, they're going to, of course, be 5 people behind. 5 people behind that. Sorry, I'm too angry. I can't get my words out. I'm too angry at Heretics at the moment.
Tell them off.
Standing ahead.
Let's see if there's any recovery coming in for Heretics, though. Already going to be noted on the knife. That's a big bulk of the players here.
They do
3 in the
have
right
2
place. They do. Miniboo and Woot there.
This is going to be a common theme, I think, on this attack side. The chamber working towards the A side of the map, getting a line on and trying to get picks. I think Woot will be doing this a lot.
Teleport. Cutting through.
See the tempo just settling in here. After posting up Woot towards his position. Exploring the rest.
Just a slow round.
Ooh, top mid though, hold on. Miniboo's taking the space off this one. Feels like it's been noted. They still know about Woot, so you can see the Liquid are keeping a good track on these positions. Now, does Miniboo over-deliver here? Timing's very important. Oh my god, speaking of timing, just looked away. Devastating, but great re-clearing towards middle. There was a question mark, and Liquid didn't like that. They wanted it handled.
Does give Woot the timing, though.
Ooh,
Gets
lovely.
first.
Big pick there towards Palitek, but he doesn't expect the follow-up so swiftly. And now there's commitment on the side. There's still an opportunity here. And Nats is shutting that opportunity down pretty much kill by kill. Boo's been caught over towards B. So everything now going towards this side. And it's just the 2 classics. Run and gun is not working out here. Liquid, really clean approach.
Yeah, very clean considering Heretics did gamble a little bit with that buy. I believe that Woot is going to be down to... Oh, he's got the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. But interesting decision, but... Yeah, I think the approach that Heretics had, we're going to see that probably quite a few times default-wise. Get Woot onto that A main line, and then Miniboo working middle. It looks though this round, simple approach. Woot going to be contacting up B with the rendezvous? Is that what they call it? I don't know what it's called. Tour de Force? Tour de Force, sorry, rendezvous is the TP. I'll learn them one day.
The sniper, the ultimate. Yeah, you run through them. Ult, yeah, classic. So we do have a couple of ults beyond just Woots as well. We do have Benji's now coming through on the other side. Nothing yet to depend on, but they feel like they're in, again, the right place here. Like a pendulum swing. They've got the 3 players over towards that B side. We still have the pressure up through middle. That's a little bit of an unknown quantity.
Oh, it's a cheeky idea. He's going to TP past this ult.
Yeah, there it is. This is a really nice little crunch. Does it work out, though? They still need to find the players, and Camo's actually found a corner to play from, and they've caught Miniboo! Palitek, perfect! But it's Camo to fall, but they still don't have the sight. The cross still lethal in approach. Kiko and Palitek just mashing them on the way through. It's Benji left in a 1v3. He's looking done for, surrounded on all fronts now. And you loved the idea, but the execution just falling short. Team Liquid not allowing any of what Heretics want to be selling.
Yeah, I thought that was a beautiful idea. Like, honestly,
really cool
that was really nice. It's just, again, the frags just aren't going the way of Heretics again.
Look at this. The timing on it. I mean, again, the concept is lovely, but Camo kind of playing where he was made it hard to be an easy pick on that. Nice from Palitek there. Oh.
Oh, Benji.
He's having a tough one.
Nice!
And if we're talking about it as well, yet to get the ball rolling, Miniboo and Boo, both struggling to get that one started here. Rien's just getting off the 0. And it just feels wherever you go, there's a 3-play stack from Liquid. They've got the right reads in these situations so far. And they want to pressure that point. They're not letting them rest. That is gorgeous. Team Liquid showing confidence. It gets risky in these rounds, but I like them taking the authority there.
Yeah, it's this kind of confidence that we saw in map 1 coming over to map 2. If Liquid keep this up, it's going to be a Scary series.
A quick day at the office, it feels like, and a quick ticket to Bangkok, but we'll find out. 11 HP. We're going to start walking. But
some heroics are going to be needed, though.
God, to say the
4v2,
least.
one gun. Woot doesn't have a lot to work with on this B side. There's nothing, you can jump up on those boxes all you want, but you're probably going to get caught out at some point.
I'm too far.
Speaking of, and you get caught out. What is it with that cursed timing? Who tries to get involved to give them that favorable outcome? I think that flash was a little uncomfortable, but it's fine. Team Liquid again. I'm loving the confidence we're seeing. Because as much as we can kind of look at Heretics and point out a couple of mistakes we're not liking, a couple of issues that we're seeing, in my mind, map 1 was a little bit of an outlier. This is Liquid playing a very solid game so far.
Yeah, like I said, I think their setups on this map on a fundamental basis make more sense than what most teams run. I think they're strong on this defense, and then those little mix-up plays where they're going to punish you for trying to take an orb on aim in, those are the layers you need to make it not so readable.
Okay, buy time. Huge round here. Heretics get handled again. You got to feel like they're just going to be in the dumps. This time around, higher priority towards the middle approach. 3 players in response to the early utility invested. But Camo be challenged here. He's not been having the freest of time on the side. He has been checked a lot like this. This time Woot, a very quick pickup, but no instantaneous reaction here either.
Yeah, it's the B side of the map that I quite liked from Liquid in general. Like they're usually quite strong on this side of the map in terms of numbers, and then their holds are usually pretty good, but peaks like that from Camo, a little bit unnecessary in my opinion.
A little bit of a reminder. Heretics can, hopefully will start shooting back.
So Heretics prodding towards his A site. Boo looking like he's calling. I thought he was going to call people over, but it's like one of those interesting mid-rounds right now.
Look at Kamek. Right up the guts here. Right in between them. If he takes the longer route, he might run into Boo. And this becomes also telling the timing. They're both sort of drifting here. Boo does get the gun out quicker, it looked like, to find Kamek, but now it's very indicative of a B hit, right? You kind of feel what's coming this way. Do they pivot now? 20 seconds. They've got to make their mind up, and Boo's trying to indicate there could be something else going on, but it is still towards this B site. Kiko's not having any of it. He's going to try and shift towards the back of site itself. I love that. Very courageous play, but no one to capitalize on the flash. And now Nat's on the lug, gonna catch out Boo. How's it going so wrong? 5 seconds, it's all falling to pieces. Time is their biggest opponent, and I think they've run out of it. Too little, too late, they say, as Team Liquid again controlling Heretics here.
Yeah, after the 5v4, I quite liked that Heretics slowed it down and didn't, you know, instantly commit towards B. But a lot of indecision in that mid round, sending 2 towards the A side of the map for the fake.
Yeah.
And then a kind of, you know, we're at 20 seconds left before we're even scaling up B.
Seconds left.
Like, there's too many things about Heretics right now that I'm concerned about. Like, indecisive mid rounds like that, and the way they're shooting right now.
Now, okay, this will give me a second kind of talk to you about this, because, again, Fnatic are probably one of the only teams, if you talk about a bigger picture, who've managed to keep a lot of consistency doing deep runs in tournaments. There are others out there, absolutely, but you are the Fnatic ex-coach, so you're right here. I think if we ignore Heretics' history, it's doing them a disservice. They were, as I said, finalist at champs. If we're going to ignore that, then every game's a coin flip. That's just wrong. But what's going wrong here? They've hit the ground, I don't want to even say running, it feels like there's been faults with this team from the word go. What's standing out to you here? Is it the meta change? Is it just looking a little bit cold? Do they not look ready for the season yet? Burnout? What are you seeing?
I'll be honest with you, like, I know that Fnatic did go on deep runs, but we always did there was always changes being made to make it feel fresh. And when we did keep the same roster for 2024, it wasn't the best year for us. So I think that, you know, that freshness isn't there for Heretics. They've got the same. Some people will argue that keeping the same roster is obviously like a great thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this roster needs to change at all. But the problem with it is that everyone gets a bit comfortable.
You think it's a
And
little bit of
maybe,
that?
but I've never heard that about Heretics though. I've never heard anything bad about their work ethic or anything. So
Question marks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just in the back of their mind that, like, you know, we had a great year. Like,
Got to find that same level again, you know, the pressure starting to mount, but who knows? Right now, all we do know is that Liquid look a whole lot better, but Woot, hello. Hello, you don't often get a turned around player against you. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Kamek was getting ready for the pop flash, but looked a little bit silly.
Never went
Shot on the bum.
Gives away the game. But that's a free pick, right? This feels like the first time that we've seen a man advantage super early. How does Heretics want to play with that now?
Yeah, it's been indecisive mostly, but looks like just straight B hit this time for Heretics.
But Camo with that operator, that's something new to the equation. We haven't seen that yet. Really, those double drones going to be sent through.
You are divided.
Right on top. Oh! Camo! Quick as lightning, and that's going to be the spike drop. That slows down this approach. Does Nat get curious? Yeah, he does. He's got something to work in towards here. They have no idea about Nats. The plant's coming in. Oh my god, he's still going to find Boo. Very quick on that reaction, but it's been handled. But it is a 3v3 retake now. Now look at the positions. Let's take stock here. Patatek's position is going to be important. You're going to have Kiko trying to keep himself in this one. Nice pick there from Miniboo. Takes away Camo and a pop of the ult. They're feeling paranoid about this. They don't know where Patatek's off to or what's going on. They want some security. Miniboo should be securing this one now. A bit worried on the timing there, but he does get away just fine. So they should be aware of the chance of this. Oh my god. Oh my god, that still felt so close. Benji to wrap it up and get a second for Heretics. But that still felt very much on the line.
Yeah, it was a little bit touch and go, but rounds around.
Rounds around, we take
Big
it when we
ults
get it.
coming up now for Heretics as well. Teo ult and the Sova ult, big ults on this map, making the XX really easy. I want to go back 1 second though. I think I got a better answer for you, Heretics. I know it's different than Fnatic, but Heretics were the underdog last year.
That's true.
And I do think that, I know they're working with a performance coach now called Ryan that we used to work with, and I really rate him. But like, I think that work on like, there's a very different shift in expectation now for this team. And I think that shift can have a huge impact on this roster is so young.
That is true.
Like going into a year and being like, oh, we're like people thought they're going to be like one of the bottom teams, and now they're supposed to be the best.
Yeah,
I think that is probably the answer I should have given.
I like it though. Camo going to get out of there. You can see the pour on of Util. It's a full sight hit here. Rien's just posting, trying to catch, and he does. I think he caught at least one then. Yeah, Camo is finding it hard to find any safety on this site. So the spike's still not on the way up. First couple of players trying to take some security here. Is there some sort of flood or retake almost? It looked like they tried it, but Kamek getting caught again. Struggling in the last couple of rounds, but Woot now down low. Has to try and shift away. Rien's trying to secure the site, but there's already a player there. Patatek falling. This is better. 4v3, still numbers on their side, and hard to work this back in, but Camo clean with it. But Rien's replies, still not letting it slip away from the man advantage, but Camo apparently does better here, but post-plant with these two agents there, you've got to say that's got to be wrapped up, surely. But Boo getting a bit closer again. Camo again, still thriving. But how do they deal with the Astra? Well, they do it with time, apparently, as Boo is going to be forced to fight in this one. Team Liquid running low on time, though. There's going to have to be a big boy shot from Camo. He's got it, but they've also got the defuse! Down to the second. Perfectly handled by Camo there. I was doubting his capability to keep that in check, and I was wrong.
Yeah, I think people have been a little bit critical of Camo being a bit quieter in some of the series, but honestly, he's got the potential there, and that round, he has saved them.
Yeah, 100%. Because it felt like every single kill that came in was traded back, right? Heretics kept having the numbers up until that. The range on this come off it, but bloody hell.
Like, if Liquid lose that round, I expect a timeout and a big discussion about losing this beast at the map. Heretics winning, would have won 2 in a row. The game completely changed after that.
Yeah. Keeping them down on 2, keeping the money down low.
Yeah, the money broken too.
We haven't
That's
seen
a
the
huge round.
Full on A going in. Let's see what it looks like. A struggle. Oh. I think someone's had a little bit of a tumble there potentially too. And Nats is just farming him up. Last one's Boo. What's he going to do with this now? 1v4 with a classic. Yeah, I guess going A doesn't look very nice either.
No, the weaker weapons, so always going to be a bit tougher. But
huh? Rien's? Sorry, not Rien's. I hear the arm. It's Rien's. Yeah, Kamek, what are we up to here?
I mean, it's not his most played agent.
Huh. interesting choice. Probably not what he wanted there, but Kiko to close out. Yeah.
He just BMing. He just BMing.
Yeah, you think so?
Observer's not happy either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stress the importance of that that camo. Like, I'm not going to call it clutch, but that rank.
That impact he had,
It broke the economy of Heretics, and Heretics were on momentum with good BXX.
It was like a 2-for-1
and now,
there.
is this a timeout from Heretics?
Yeah.
Is that the second map in a row where there's 2 in the first half?
First half.
It is.
Yeah, it is a Heretics
That's
sign.
rough.
Yeah, like one, you think, okay, for that first map, weird comp, okay, cool. This 2 rounds is not good enough. It really isn't. And you're starting to see Liquid looking more and more confident even in their more traditional comps, right? We're seeing a really solid lockdown on that A site. They've got ideas and good concepts to how they want to handle that, the approach. Yeah, one did come down to camo, kind of maybe over-delivering, but that's great. We take those when you get them. What the hell are Heretics gonna do now?
Yeah, I thought as well, like, Heretics off the last map could have had a little bit of copium being like, oh, they played some Reyna, we're not prepped it,
Yeah.
we're a team that likes to prep. But now they've got the opportunity to look at what Liquid have done and kind of dismantle it, and it's not looking great so far.
The fans split here. Trying to will on Heretics and trying to hope that Liquid do it. This is... I'm just stunned. Now what the hell does Heretics do now? We have the ult for Woot, full buy behind them. And you've just had a timeout. If you had every piece of the items you wanted, you got it now, right? This is the full hand to play with, basically, barring a couple of the ults. So you got to see impact now, Mini. Oh,
that
okay. Okay, that's nice. We're starting to see them pull out those, you know, I don't want to say one tricks almost, but you can't run that over and over again. But I love the idea behind taking top mid.
But Liquid had the perfect read on that. Like, they knew that Camo, they knew that there was that one little spot where Camo could be sat to try and punish the TP.
Here.
But he got stunned by something. The Astra stun, maybe.
That's on the operator. I doubted it before, and then he looked absolutely wild on it. Does he outdo Woot? He does! He's good for it, takes him away. And now Kamek gonna have to show his hand, though. He's kind of tucked on this one, trying to stay alive, deals with it. Oh, what is going on? Okay, but Nats has just got Mini Boo as well. He's still sticking around. He's seen another. Oh, go on, Nats. It's just outrageous from Nats. It's down to a 2v2, though. Totally different feelings on either side. Kiko pretty confident, sky high. For Heretics, a must-have round.
Patitech on this flank is not going to be caught by the chamber because he's dead.
He's got freedom to work here. Waiting maybe for Kiko to get back into this. But it looks like Heretics want to try and find the player, take away some further space, find security from the flank.
If they
They're trying to go for
this
it.
corner, I'll be very surprised.
They're going for the plant on this side. Oh my god, Rienz! How did he get the gun out so fast? But it's down on Patitech now. They've got time on the plant. And this starts feeling more and more predictable because the time's elapsed. But he's able to get close. How close can one man get? This close! He's still got the flash as well. I think he caught a glimpse of Boo there. He absolutely knows. 1v1. You got to put your faith in Patitech surely in this, but Boo's going to play for the time. But it doesn't matter when Patitech just absolutely smashes them. Another opportunity missed, and another made for Team Liquid, up to 8 rounds here.
Yeah, almost poetic that it's Patitech digging the grave right now for Heretics. Yeah, not... It's even simple things like Nats on that off. We've got the Sober drone coming in, and Woot's not waiting for it to clear anything, and Nats has just got the easiest shot of his life, and then momentum's it off. Beautiful 3K from Nats. He doesn't need the chamber.
No. 8-2. And it's been dominance from Team Liquid. Heretics still without an answer. Looking flat. Looking out of it.
It looks like Camo's in that exact same position as last time, thinking he got unlucky last time. He wants to tempt fate again, but Heretics this time not going for their middle default.
No, so they've got the ult on Boo here. They've got Hunter's Fury with Rienz as well.
Yeah, and they're pinging on the A site the kind of wall that they want, the Astra ult they want to try and do. Looks like they're going to cut the site in half.
Just a little cubby to play from, pretty much. Nats is there, but he's pretty far off. He was already kind of expecting, it felt like, that B take to come in.
And now with the spike down, the post-plant util for Heretics is going to be a lot. We've got the Sova ult coming in, Teo Savo's Astra Suck, and a 5v4.
Yeah, they caught Patatek, but with that late timing, working out really well for them. This would be an unforgivable loss. Camo gonna get things started. Can't really contest on that. Has to respect that the dart connected. Now you're seeing the util pour on. Nats defying it for now to commit it to halfway to try and make this doable. They're gonna force everything through here, and the panic's starting to mount. Kamik's still firing off. What is going on? Speaking of firing off, it's just Camo's falling off. Hey, look, if it's how you get the round, it's how you get the round. The slow and eventual death. Benji sending him down to the depths. The Team Liquid being held on 8, and Heretics up to their 3rd.
There's a nice idea from Heretics using the Astra ult to just get the site for free. Got all that util for the post plant, but it did require 2 big ults. And again, we're looking at Abyss. This is another map where it's an attack side of the map. So it's not a great look even if they win this last round. I mean, he should have just fell. Denied it all. Min-max, come on.
8-3, here we go. Fast, pacey, I like it. Oh, I love it. Kamik in unison, but they didn't expect Miniboo. Gonna pop the ult to keep himself safe. Finds all the information he needs. What can Miniboo do here? He's only got 4 kills. He's been struggling. He sees so much. Gets them the site, gets it secure. Plant should be on the cards here for Heretics. Patatek and Nats. Ult's ready.
Liquid exploring middle here. Gonna have Nats on that flank.
There's that ult.
Spike planted. Before.
Yep. Then you're gonna see the KO on top. Timing is everything, and we wanted to handle it. I like that. It's bold and it's brave, and you need them to back themselves, to call their own number up once in a while. But Nats on that lurk is spotted. Rien's looking sharper by the second, and Kamik is cleared. 8-4. It's doable, but it's certainly not what you want for Heretics.
No, like I said, this is the map you expect the bulk of your rounds on attack. Heretics are going to be looking at a very important pistol round second half.
That will mean the world to them. They need to lock in on this one because Liquid look lethal. This could be the 2-0 start in this best of 5. You don't want to miss this second half. Liquid could close it out here and get teed up for that 3rd map.
One enemy remaining.
Eight to 4 if you're just tuning in. Team Liquid with the upper hand here. Looking exceptional so far, and Heretics only gathering 4 rounds. Mini, that is not a lot to work with.
No, considering yesterday they won 1 out of 12 on the defense against Vitality, it's not the half that Heretics wanted here.
No, it's not, but it's not over yet.
crowd is heating up.
Look, the crowd is wanting Heretics to do better here. We'll see. For now, Liquid are on the attack here. Heretics, of course, now having to defend. And it looks like a fight down middle is what they're opting for to begin with.
Walk down, but they're going to be walking into a Cypher trip. So, Liquid in a good position if they can hit this exit quickly.
Yeah, can Boo stay alive here? I don't know if he can. No, he can't. He's cleared. So, oh, Mini Boo getting caught as well. This feels like it's already fallen apart, but let's see what this flank looks like. This is what they put a lot of stock behind, but it's not reaping the rewards they would have wanted when Nats reads it so obviously. Rien's now in a 1v4 and Team Liquid look alive, looking like they want Bangkok tickets right here, right now. 10 is not even that far away.
Yeah, it just looked way too easy for Liquid. I mean, Boo's stuck at the back of the site with a smoke. I don't think he's ever holding that against a full exec, to be honest with you.
What are you meant to do at this point as well? But the game's just spiraling away from you. If you're reading the game like normal, if mistakes don't happen, which they can, Liquid lock this one in as well. That's 10. And then that finish line feels so close. And that gives you everything you need to go forward. Woot looking like he wants to try and have impact here. Kiko right, Panatek left, and it's a 1-2 close down. Simple stuff.
The Heretics are stuck towards the B side of the map, so there is possibility, but Nats also...
Labored, but it works.
But that might trigger Liquid to go into the B side into the stack.
Okay, no, this is still game on here. Hold on. Rien's, Boo, and Benji starting to get cleared out here. The mismatch of weaponry finally being the bigger factor. And Rien's, he's got a ways to go to find this one. Let's see what he's got for us. Just a Sheriff. 3 opponents in deep post-plant positions. Oh, this is tough. I think he knows it too. Yeah, Kamek gonna make sure he knows it. 10 for Team Liquid, marching towards that finish line now. God, they are so close to getting this done. This bonus is gonna be lethal as well.
Yeah, Liquid last time on the defense had some creative ideas that I was so about, but we'll see here if they've got any up their sleeve for the bonus. It's looking like it's going to be a very direct hit towards the A side of the map, and if it is, poor Rien's has got a lot of work to do.
But remember, at one point in time in my mind, Rien's was, you know, potentially Leo 2.0. This guy has had some incredible performances. This is a lot to ask of him now, though, and I think he understands there was some pressure. There are some indicators. Camo, let's see if we can stay on the map this time. Yeah, no sweat. All good. Felt a bit dangerous. Rien's is already going to be kept back by the smoke here. He doesn't have any potential to do too much beyond that. Already utilizing the dart, and the Aldrone is, you know, precious goods here, but Camo wants to get a bit more involved. Oh my word, Camo. Someone's gonna check, right? Someone deal with Camo! He gets away with daylight robbery, and Rien's isn't turning around! They're asleep at the damn wheel, Mini!
Yeah, I mean, Kiko's destroyed them at the end, but even the round was already, in my eyes, almost over as soon as the exit came into A. There's like, Heretics have changed their setup from their last game to be more towards the B side of the map because of Team Liquid favoring it in their previous series. Yeah. And Liquid have just said, no, we're just going to go away.
Nice! Nice, Gio!
The Heretics resetting after that round into their more standard approach, the 2-1-2.
This rise from Team Liquid has to be studied. I tell you now, at the start of the season, it didn't look fantastic, but this difference being made, and what is Boo up to here?
I mean, it is the low buy, but...
That was clean.
I'd love to see them try something a little bit more together on that, though, or come up with a concept. You know, creativity gets so much more in these sort of rounds. You get a little bit more freedom to play with, but Benji is going to strike back at least. So it takes away Kamek, but I like this from Woot. Again, I don't mind them trying things in this sort of round.
Yeah, Boo is not the chamber here, so I agree.
Toxicity is rising within you. I like it. It's good. Does the off angle get rewarded? God! They're hitting hard today, to be fair. Liquid are absolutely hitting.
I mean, I don't think Woot had too much success. Like, this was the main... He did this almost 12 rounds in a row yesterday. The A main, or A site hold, and it wasn't particularly successful for him.
And that is just trying to defend the back line. Oh, it's just poetry in motion, making it look so simple. Miniboo's done for. Liquid making it up to 12, and they've done it with ease. Let's put this into context. 4 rounds for Heretics. That's all they've got, including the first map. 4 rounds. All they've managed in all of the rounds so far is 8 overall. This has been a Team Liquid show so far. There is a real conversation to be had about this being over in 3.
Yesterday, they won 5 out of 24 defense rounds. Today, what did they win on lowers?
4 overall.
4? So that's 9 out of 41?
The maths ain't looking good, but this round is all in. They've gone for the brawl, put it all on the line and see if we survive. And so far, they're keeping up to it. They're trying to get back in the game. I don't know why we're showing the crowd in these moments. It's a 3v2. Kiko and Kamek trying to do what they can to bring this back from this brawl that was going on. Fnatic's gonna get rezzed here. They're back up to what looks like better numbers now.
Shot duck. Deploying drone.
They can just slow this down for a second as well. They can ease back into this. Rienz and Boo are still just on knife's edge.
Liquid have minutes to play with. They don't need to do anything.
They're flashing in, and it's a really nice flash. But it's Boo who's just behind the cover, able to just shoulder peek out on it, finds Kamek, and the TP gets taken. But
the spike was left. A little mistake there.
What are we up to?
Yeah, I'm surprised they went for that flash peek. I thought they'd just wait around a little bit longer, but...
I kind of like what Kiko's up to, though.
Yeah.
Again, if you're going to make a mistake, make something of it, right? And if you're Boo, do you think about this? I mean, maybe the offset in timing does make you question mark because they haven't got a plan.
You can see that Boo is question marking his own spawn right now.
Yeah, thinking maybe Kiko's gone for some, you know, mad play to spawn rather than towards that site. We know what happened, but they might be rewarded in this because you just don't expect it. And these steps are heard. And speaking of expectations, it's completely subverted with a surprise up middle. Kiko, unconventional, but it seems to work as Rienz now has the challenge of his life just to get through towards the site. He has no idea where Kiko's gone. He can hazard a guess, but he's got to make the cross. And Kiko is waiting for the time to strike. He's going to hear the steps and closing again, hunting down his prey. Rienz now knows he's going to be surrounded in this one. He's got problems left, right, and center. One up towards the top, one towards the site. Rienz, there's not much more to be done. Team Liquid make it to 13, keeping Heretics held on that 4 rounds. This is just sophisticated dominance so far. I didn't expect it from Liquid.
No, that's what, 2 13-4s in a row? Like,
I can't believe
Heretics need to reverse sweep Team Liquid to make it to Bangkok.
That sentence in its own is so powerful to think about. It has to be the reverse sweep now. God only knows if they can make it. I certainly don't.
Oh, hey, you're so clean. Camille, nice shot. Yo, Kenny. Oh, I followed them up.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch.
Team Liquid are just one map away from locking in Masters Bangkok. And for Heretics, they might just miss out on the first global event of the year. I'm your host, and I'm back here with Kakuka and Koala Noob. We have never seen Koala a Heretics that looks like that. Not even a Champs did they look like that.
No, I mean, like, usually you're seeing Benji, Fish, you're seeing Miniboo, like, they're getting extremely hyped. They're trying to, like, lift their team up in, like, weird situations, and like right now this is a weird situation. Like, they're down 2-0, like this isn't normal. They need to start waking up and they need to start feeling better.
The momentum is obviously and fully on Liquid side, and as you're saying, I think it's so important to have those kind of rounds that bring you back into the game. Come on guys, we can turn this around. And we didn't see, when they won those rounds, it was not a stomp or somebody having a crazy play, so Benji or anybody else could be like, yo guys, you're insane, just keep it up.
Out of all of the times that Heretics, you know, we joke about them always being second place, at best of fives, not having a great record. They've never been dominated like this. They've at least put up a good fight. But here's the thing though, how do you fight against the Liquid that are just confident, playing together? Like you said, Kakuka, so much reps as well. They've been on this stage more than anyone else.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I think they've gotten pretty comfortable. We know when we talk about the aggressive from the defense, why is Team Heretics not prepared for that? Why are they taking so many risks, especially at the beginning of the round, not setting up the default properly to fight back against Team Liquid?
Yeah, and Koala also, why are they not anticipating what we saw on the second round of the game where, you know, Heretics, they win the pistol, but then we're going to take a look at it right now. This eco, what was the plan here? What was the protocol?
I think they were just trying to do like an orb default. Like they were trying to get Benji's orb way too fast. I think they just weren't taking, like, they didn't think about the risks that can come with that. They should have waited a little bit more. They're on pistols. They know this. They're gonna get in their face. They have to, right? It's the only way they're gonna win this round. Like, the thing I don't like here is when I think Boo probably calls for them to re-aggro the space, right? Because they know that they have that space. But what a lot of teams are doing now is they're starting to stack up together. It's 5v3. Why do you need to move, right? So you're walking back into where the Vandals are, and look at that, like 5v2, and the round's pretty much over. A beautiful flank from Nuts, and yeah.
Yeah, in many situations, even we see the teams, if after they're being pushed, they just go to another side of the map, not retaking that space. Just, you know, just give it up. You already know that there's at least 4 players there. Why would you go for that? But as you're saying, that is a huge risk to take against a team that you know is aggressive on the defense, and it's so normal to just stack on one of the sides after you lose the first round.
I'm very glad to see that they're smiling in that clip, you know, some sort of coming alive, and to say that. But the thing is, Kakuka, we're also seeing a Heretics that are just making some weirder decisions. some mistakes. We'll take a look at this round where they had a Sova ult and a Tejo ult. And what happened?
I feel like it was devastating. Like at the beginning, we see them use this Tejo ult. It's not the only one that they used on this side of the map, but we see no impact, as in we just forced them out of the site. But look at Team Liquid. They're already ready to retake. The position has not been forced out. They still haven't lost completely the control of the side. Yes, Wood is good for one, but you know the Team Liquid wants to fight. They do not want to get into that post-plant situation. And even when they do, by the way, that shot was insane coming in from Camo, but they seem so in control, even if it's a 4v2, even if it's a 2v3.
And you can't be losing clutches Koala like this. If this wasn't the only one that they lost, it felt like a theme where they kept losing these 2v2s or 2v1s.
Yeah, I mean, the clutches, like with Heretics right now, they're just not good. And like another big point with this team, they're 23 first deaths. In 2 13-4s, 23 first deaths. They have 11 first kills. That's just something that doesn't happen with them, and that's something that's got to change in these next coming maps if they want to have any chance.
Yeah, and out of those 11 first kills, they only converted 4.
Yeah.
Imagine playing 2 maps and only winning 4 5v4s. And the reason we're highlighting this is because it's Team Heretics.
Yeah.
They're not the team that do this. It never happens to them.
This 2v1 as well. I think that, yeah, as you're saying, it's not what happened to them, at least last year, but the confidence that we're seeing, this is the Paditech that they wanted to have on his team. We're in this situation, he's 2v1, we say he never loses this. He never loses this. The moment that he isolates the first, he's like on that 1v1, especially against Booth that is not having a good series, guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, for Liquid, they are just doing what they showed up on stage to do yesterday as well. They don't need to change anything, but this is the thing. Let's get some copium, hopium. Yes. We're going to Fracture next. We have seen a reverse sweep before in this region. The first time we ever saw it was last year. There could be another one in this best of 5, and it's a good thing that we're going to Fracture next. Let's talk about who we think should be the player on the side of Heretics. Can maybe Kakuka dig them out of this hole?
I think it has to be Miniboo. We were talking about how him being on the Euro, we'd like to see this new frontier for him and how he's going to face it. Now in this map and after the performance that we saw against Gentlemates, how the rest of the team is going to set him up. Everybody playing from a role of comfort, including himself on that race. He has to be the one taking those duels and being victorious. I want to see good plans. I want them to be proud of what they're doing in each round.
Yeah, I mean, Miniboo, he's on a comfort agent. Raze this year has been his best duelist by far. He's looking fantastic on it, and it's like you said, the comfortability that they're coming in with a map like this. This is exactly what you need if you want to make the reverse sweep.
I wouldn't even hate a Neon if they manage to take this one. They go to Haven, they go to Bayern. Who knows what's going to happen next? And here's the thing for Liquid as well. So for some of these players, you know, your Kamix, your Camos, they've never been in a best of 5 against a team like Heretics, where they could take this a clean 3-0. And this is also where we do see teams drop a map. You know, it's very, very hard to close things out 3-0. And for Liquid, I want them to not waver in their confidence.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you, I would die to see what Nats is saying here, because I feel like he's been so proactive.
Disrespect them.
Yeah, disrespect them. I mean,
yeah.
there's been some bit of this.
I mean, that's what I would like to hear my IGL say if I'm up 2-0. The way Liquid's been playing this game.
Message for Angel.
But I mean, they're up 2-0, right? Like they're playing full confidence. They've been running it down together, and it's working. Like why? Like don't change anything now. Like do what keeps working, and if you need to adapt, you adapt from there. But if Nats is saying that, that's in my opinion the perfect thing to say.
I like what you were saying, Yinsu, about the Neon. We saw Food using it. We saw the variants when we speak about comfort. And maybe Heretics now taking a little bit of what Liquid has been doing of changing the compositions and whatnot. It could be a solution.
Yeah, it could be. And this is not over. It is a 2-0. They will have one last chance here as we take a look at the agent select. They're not going to change anything. And for Liquid, they changed stuff already. And this looked really good last time.
Yeah, exactly. Moving away from the Gecko and the Sage, playing with no duelist. You know a lot about that, Koala Noob. What do you make out of these changes?
I mean, I think the changes are very simple on a map like Fracture. I think it works really well with the way the map wants to be played. The Tejo, in my opinion, this might be his best or one of the best maps, and I think it's going to really make Camo's life a lot easier, knowing that main control will be very easy. They can rotate more accordingly, and I think it'll be something very simple to play.
Yeah, with Rian's also playing from the sky, maybe missing a little bit on that stun, but I think that he combos it pretty well, and the ultimate can definitely be a game-changing. With Heretics starting on the defense here, I want to see that proactivity. I want to see them taking the space and also getting those first kills, at least even if it's to feel well, to feel good, and actually reacting well after that first step.
I mean, they have to, otherwise, otherwise it's going to be in trouble. But here's the thing, Liquid, they are one map away. We haven't seen that at a global event for an entire year. Pansy and Mini, this is going to be his best chance right here, right now.
But doing it in 3, come on, that would be out of this world. To be able to lock out Heretics, deny their chance at that first international into the new year, would be unbelievable, and they have every chance to do it. It has been lackluster. It's been a weak showing so far from Heretics, but the map pool starts to look a bit better for them at this point. You could argue, right?
Yep.
But it takes a lot to do a reverse sweep, Mini, and Liquid looks so good.
I'm not sure about the next 2 maps, but on this map in particular, I did like what Heretics were putting out in the last series they played. Like, their defenses have been horrible the past 2 days, but they did win 11 the last time they played this map. So I think Heretics do have... I would favor them on this map, to be honest. But Liquid are no slouches. The Breach-Teo combo, the comp switch from them has looked good.
Okay, let's see what we get here today.
We're going to see the fast B, see the Molly already in tower, and it's going to be a conceded site for Heretics. It's going to be a big retake for them.
Instantly shifting into that gear. Plant's going to come in.
There's going to be a majority retake through the spawn for Heretics and just Boo on the flank.
But it will be noted, this flank will not go unchecked on, or at least considered, because they'll have to show presence. Camo? I don't know how he got that, but he did. Turns the flash as well. Camo's back in business, baby. Oh, Team Liquid looking just a step up. They look so much better. Woot and Boo just looking like there's nothing to do here. Boo's finally made it to the side, but all his team are dead. 1v5, Boo, show me what you're made of. That ain't bad. Give me some more. More of that, yes, please. But the time is so low. There's no more to be done. Nice tries. Don't equate to rounds here. Team Liquid get off to a belting start.
Yeah, Liquid with the A stack was unfortunate for them. I expected more to be pushing out of A main there early, not just Boo. But Camo on that, I don't even know how he got that first one, but afterwards the trades off of each other, the aim, everything from Liquid is just looking, the fundamentals look incredible. I'm watching Team Liquid with this level of fundamentals. I did not expect
We're praising Team Liquid. It feels bizarre. I don't know what year we're in. Is Sliggy back in the coaching booth? Like, what's going on here?
Absolutely not.
But they look good, right? But there is an element that Heretics also look a little flat. And at this point, the best go to Bangkok. That's the simple fact
There's
of
only
it.
so many times we can say that, and it's frustrating. Like, Heretics looking flat and Liquid looking good.
Yeah, welcome to casting. It does get repetitive, I promise you. But for now, Liquid carrying on. But we see a stack here. So, do they feel it out? Do they even care? That's what we find in the next couple of seconds. And the confidence is so palpable, right? They're just willing to take these fights. Now, that's big for them, but it feels like it's all for naught, right? They can recover maybe a rifle if they get lucky. I don't think they even jump on the first try there. And they're just getting cleared out. In normal situations, I might have question marked it or been a bit more worried, but Rienz is going to have to go nuclear, and he simply cannot. Losing 2, but they're going to keep that Vandal up. No sweat there.
The anti-eco's been very clean from Liquid. They seem to have shifted their style into more of just a direct approach, and that's usually dangerous, but with how they're kind of trading off each other, how the fundamentals are.
Yeah. If you've got someone like Kiko, if you've got someone like Camo, Kamek, Nats, Patsy, and they're all firing, do it. If you're hitting shots, run that.
It looks like another fast idea from Liquid. The exact same strat as the pistol, but Heretics with 4 ready this time.
They're going to be forced into a fight, though, right? Like, there is a brawl to be had on this. They can't sit passively towards tower. This forces them a little bit further forward. I do want to see how they deal with this on the other side. The Molly's there. There's no backing away from it now. And it's going to be... Rienz died there? Okay, but...
Down B. Last player standing.
What just happened? I'm baffled as to what just went down.
The Molly was in tower. The Teo Savos came in. The only approach he had was to jump out, and he's fell to his death. But it was a good bait for Mini Boo.
Yeah. Fortunately, it actually all works out okay. Kiko left in a 1v4 now.
I'm curious as to how Heretics made that read. That's a hell of a read to be making on your anti-bonus round, essentially, just stacking 4B. So props to whoever called that one.
I really hate the terminology anti-bonus.
I'm sorry.
Very North American of me, you know? Sick.
What would you say?
Buy round.
Is this a buy round?
It's their buy round, yeah.
Okay. Okay, not to agree to
It's my
disagree.
pet peeve. It's my pet peeve, all right? You know, I'll let you get away with everything else. That? Anti-bonus.
It's the anti...
Stop it.
30 seconds left.
I'm having none of it, mate. Having none of it. He's doing the tour to get all the orbs that he can. So, take a nice little trip. Do what he can. Collect some bits and bobs. Here he is. He's found another.
He's on the side quests right now.
Yeah. Sometimes
he is succeeding.
Oh,
never mind.
Did he get it?
No, don't think so.
Not sure. Sure. Close enough. You got it?
Okay, I'm a noob.
Love you, observers. You're on my side. That's what I'm saying. And here it is. Let's watch this one back. Yeah, I guess it went. Nowhere to go, man.
The bait was...
it kind of worked.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, I guess, right? However it gets done.
It's so interesting how the mind works that like they see a player jumping out of heaven, so therefore nobody is behind.
No one else could be here.
No one could be there.
But repeatable success, we have to wait, right? That's the big question mark with me. Again, we've been seeing generally Heretics get 4 rounds.
And straight, the same again from Liquid.
I mean, surely there's going to be some adaptation on this. You can have the same early start indicator, but you're going to change something up, right? It doesn't look like it.
No.
Nope. Run in again. This time, no one behind the box. But Boo is still towards tower. 1-for-1 traded out so Camo can continue. Benji now has to pick up that mantle, and he's done it. Lovely. Spike now left towards tower. He can control this space with a bit of support. He still has Rien's here. So can Kiko cause any further pressure? Flanks on the way as well. Don't have all the time in the world to play with. Benji trying to keep their eyes trained up here. See that slow close from Miniboo. Kiko has... Wait. Kiko's just found 2. And the flank does get checked on. Kiko's going to know about this one. Nice from Miniboo, finally. Looking like he's got a bit of form here, but Kamek's still alive. Both players should be noted as well. They know where Benji is. They know where Miniboo was.
Nice reposition from Miniboo, though.
I really like that.
Does leave Benji by himself, though. But yeah, Kamek's trying to isolate Miniboo, and he's nowhere to be seen.
30 seconds left.
And even like this now, Benji taking the time to fall away as well. It gives up the spike, that's fine, because there will be the eventual hast plant. We can work together towards it. It's a really nice way to control the space of what's going to be available for Kamek. So spike is in hand. Might have util back on by the time he's planted if he actually gets the chance to even plant. Miniboo's reposition is lovely.
10 seconds left.
I'm going to go for a pick here. Does spot one, but the paint shell going to be coming through regardless. Time now is a factor. Very well controlled by Heretics.
Yeah, opening though again, Liquid seem to have a very set game plan for this fast B. I think it's a nice idea because Heretics were quite weak, I'd say, towards the B side of the map. But it seems when you game plan this hard, it kind of backfires sometimes. Like because a team could just change one little thing, you know, play 4B.
Sure.
So usually you'd see with a game plan, in my opinion, you play the first rounds a little bit more kind of defaulty. Feel like, are they doing the same stuff? Then I would enact the gameplay a bit more. But respect for calling it on the second time after being brutalized the first time around.
They've got to be a bit cautious here. They could get caught in no man's land. Fortunately, there's enough stall, and Boo's willing to try and stand on this. There wasn't much of a buy from Team Liquid here, though. It is that Guardian that's just been shifted back over into the hands of Kamek rather than Camo. The flash should show off where Nats is. Obviously, they don't know it's Nats, but they know there is a player towards Dish. Just starting to get a good feel of the map now. And Woot willing to challenge. Starting to see them kind of backing themselves a little bit more here, taking some of these more aggressive fights, you'd say. I just don't want to see too much risk. No need to overdo anything now.
Yeah, the Heretics just look more comfortable on this map. And when you're comfortable, it means that for some reason your aim just looks more comfortable too.
Got it. As far as Kiko can go unnoticed. The pause in the play certainly feels... Ooh, the barrel showed for a second. I thought he might have been on for that one. They still need to get past Benji, though, who's got good control over towards tower on the reposition. That's nice. They're still going to know, maybe have a good idea about Benji here. They certainly do now. But Nats is still, Nats has gone down. Okay, that's fine. I was a bit worried it went the other way for a second there, but Benji doesn't get overwhelmed. Calm and in control. That was only Sheriffs, that was only a Guardian. So it wasn't the big one, but that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a little bit more like that from Benji, I think.
Absolutely.
He has been, you know, lagging behind a little bit these past 2 days. And this is a map where on Cypher, he's got a lot of work to do against the Teo, but it's a very important defense for a Cypher on Fracture.
Yeah, I think, again, seeing him in this sort of role, he's had some of the most impactful games playing from this Cypher. I'd love to see him have that sort of high note here, see if we can see them really contest. But Miniboo straight away going to find Nat, so a very early start and a very aggressive start, taking away B main control.
Yeah, Nat shouldn't be being caught out by that one. Heretics ran that one a few times in the last map. The straight satchel down onto the box.
Let's switch up here from Benji as well, playing over towards this A side of the map. Still has util to play with, but you can see he has to respect this. Liquid just simply have the numbers. He is on his own. It was a 4-play stack on the other side of the map, so if he goes down, it is a bit of an issue, but does he want to make a play on this? Got to be careful with that barrel. Double walk in the smoke. Liquid take the choice out of his hands. Get proactive themselves. Speaking about proactive, they're still going. Camo! Shuts Miniboo the hell up, and Team Liquid suddenly kicking up a gear. And Boo's not quiet about this one, Boo. You're going to be hurt, mate. Kiko heard him a mile away.
Talking about Benji and how important that Cypher is when he's playing by himself on that A side of the map. They were in a decent position for that retake. They had the numbers. I think that's a bit undisciplined in my opinion.
Which is strange, because I feel like he was always so very good at that. You look at even Sunset when he was kind of playing those sort of solo roles sometimes on his own. Such a great anchor on, you know, on maps like that. So seeing him make some uncharacteristic moves in that situation.
I mean, he had the smoke advantage, but it's just, in my opinion, a risk that I don't want him to take.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but 3-3. And now we're starting to get PC, and Miniboo is up to it, up to the challenge, and up to a third. 3 quick kills, and Boo's there right with him. Heretics stamping their authority back into the series, not letting Liquid run away with it this time. Eyeing up that 4th round. Kiko does get to slip through, but he's got targets everywhere. And that flash looking destined to blind him. They still know he's around. Kiko's been good, but he ain't this good. Miniboo, 4 kills. And it looks like just aggression meets aggression with an in-zone flawless.
Yeah, and it was the desk highlighting Miniboo on the raise being necessary to step up on this map. And that looked like the nicest, the cleanest round Heretics might have had the whole series. Just masterclass of aim from Miniboo there.
Yep.
And even managed to get Kamik's tail at a bit of a weird one. 2 or 3 people already dead, and we saw the Armageddon coming down. So a little bit of a mistake from Team Liquid.
And a timeout as well. Is this the first Liquid timeout we've had?
I think so, yeah.
It might be, because all the others, I think, were Heretics, and they're all in those first half. So first time we see the coaching staff get involved. Right, the deeper into this year, the map pool does get a little bit different. Once we start getting into best 5s, things, you know, can swing around. But it's the first competitive start from Heretics, right? If we look at how the other maps looked, even though obviously we now know the scorelines, it didn't feel good, right? I think you could, eye test alone didn't look right, weren't hitting the shots, looked a little out of sorts. This is the first time we've seen them at least kind of taking proactive approaches, looking confident, looking aggressive. Miniboo playing a really imperative role for this side. So the first real challenge for Liquid, it feels like here.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that map pool-wise, Fracture is probably the best chance Heretics have in this series. I mean, we thought it was going to be the Lotus, but then that went very strange.
So what you're saying is they should have gone for like a Reyna here.
What, Liquids?
Yeah.
No, I mean, the odds are still decent enough with the way that
got
they
it. Okay. Wow, it's another timeout. Can't get enough of them. Half buys, losing their mind. Heretics fans really need this one, you know? We've got ults on both sides now as well. Influential one not too far away from Woot as well.
Again, another direct approach from Team Liquid.
Re-enter
no
spotted.
slow defaults for them.
That paint shell could have caught and actually caused a lot more damage. Yeah, he's down low. Now, obviously unconfirmed how much damage he suffered, but still, it's going to get Camo's ult online and kind of bully out that B main control.
Yeah, very curious why they've got 2 people on the north side of the map seemingly doing nothing right now. So there's a plan going on here for Team Liquid that I'm not too sure.
Drone is down.
Minibu's going again. This man wants blood. You can smell it in the water, but this time it's his own. Camo takes away both of them. Suddenly Liquid with the right approach here, just catching them drifting in, and now down to Woot. Oh, he's in a pickle. Yeah, get the hell out of there, Woot. Sight's clear. And look at the space been taken on the other side. Oh, padded tank. That was a perfect approach from him.
Yeah, the round's been beautiful from Liquid. The north side was a little bit of a fake towards Arcade, baiting out the protocol from Heretics to push A main, and surprised there's just 3 people waiting. They were ahead of me on that one.
I feel like they might be a little bit more focused, you know what I mean? Coaching, actually doing coaching stuff. We love that for them. Very, very happy. But, and you're right, it kind of was won and lost in that catch towards A main. That push out, it was tailor-made to catch their response. Really well identified, though, that has been the protocol kind of reaction.
Both teams are good at this map, in my opinion, and the A main push out defense is one of the differences between what I would consider a good or a mediocre team on this map. So, nice to see that like layering of knowing how good teams play this map.
What do we have ult-wise as well here? Still got camos, still got Padatex. These are big ults to play with on the other side. You still got the divide with Boo, and you've got Woots there as well.
Fracture gets weird with the big ults.
Yep. This is a tricky old map, but a lot shown here early towards Dish.
Yeah, strange. Dish, not usually a favorite position for
Christ.
Woots, is that?
I mean, it's forced the hand, but Camo actually primed for it. I feel like that was a strange choice of an engagement.
Yeah, nothing off the back of the Armageddon. No util backup, no players off of it. It looked pretty on the map, but
it felt like a panic ult, though.
Yeah, it didn't. There was nothing supporting it.
What is Kamek up to here? This feels really, really disjointed this round so far. And Kiko's going to find Benji. It's working out for them somehow. That's the wild part here. Rienza's going to fall, and Team Liquid somehow individually taking away Heretics. In really uncomfortable fights, that felt like.
Yeah, a bit solo there from Heretics. Usually you'll see team playing a bit more kind of retakey on the B side of the map, and I highlighted it last time when Heretics played that you can be punished for playing on this side.
And it
You're taking the wrong peak. Benji's head was off immediately.
Blue doesn't even get to save. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout coming of Heretics from this one, maybe. I feel like we started to see Liquid after theirs.
Yeah, after Woot's weird ult into like a very disjointed 3B hold.
Watching this one back, I felt it was a bit unnecessary to even go for these fights. You still have Boo on site. Benji got caught.
It looks like Benji wasn't comfortable with the idea that someone had lurked past him. Whereas I think the Benji I know would be more than fine to be like, guys, someone's walked past me, just deal with him.
Yeah, it does feel, and it is timeout for Heretics here. That is a very strange round. I'd love to see what they made of it and kind of what caused that reaction, because the last two feel like they've really shaken the Heretics team a little harder than expected. We have one away from Miniboo's ult coming in, but how do they want to implement this? Because it feels like Liquid is starting to get that read back in, right? They're starting to get really dialed in on what Heretics have been up to. And with that panic ult in mind and all the other bits and pieces, a bit worried that they can't recover, because it is pressure time, right? We talk about pressure. You're now facing 2-0 down. You've been held on 4 rounds in every single map, still in this one. And you've got a couple of things going wrong here.
Yeah, I think if Liquid on those first 2 gun rounds didn't go for that rush on B, that was a bit blind, this could be looking very different right now. 4 for Heretics on the defense is not bad. Usually you kind of lean towards the attack a little bit, I think, on this map, but
I think just knowing the situation, they need more.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like,
it can't be, we
can't be held on 4 again.
No.
We can't be held on 4 again. That is just unacceptable for them now. But it's a broken buy, so I want to see if they can activate Miniboo in a certain way. Do they have something they want to bring out for this? And it looks like it's pressure and a run straight through. I mean, I'm not sure if I love the idea of this one. And there's a shorty on the other side now, Nats. The confidence is sky high, but he's going to be punished. Hold on. Now, Woot's done well towards Nats, but in the meantime, everything has fallen in favor to Liquid.
Yeah, Heretics went for a little bit of a crunch on the north side. Not having the weapons to trade out effectively.
Yeah, this one, it felt like it was kind of, not inevitable, you know, it can go wrong, but very well considered by Liquid. They're up to 6. And once again, Heretics are on 4, but a buy here, right? 2 big ults and 1 situational ult. But I'm seeing an operator out for Nats. I'm seeing them add layers to this here, Mini.
Looks like Heretics are going to be going for their stairs push again. It's going to force Team Liquid into A. And Boo's going to have to do a lot of work on this A side.
Look at what they're holding, though. Look at what they're holding. Are they expecting them to come jumping down here? If they hold this, they are absolutely expecting Miniboo to try and hop up on towards it. We saw it before when he had the ult as well. Miniboo playing into it. Liquid are trying to really be in the heads of Heretics.
Heretics are very cheeky setup. They got 2 on the site right now. Literally.
Woot, though. Oh, okay, he's safe, he's safe. I thought that page...
Oh my god.
A foot, a barrel, something showed? I don't know, but whatever happened, it worked. And they're forcing Boo away here. There's a stack on this site, and it's still looking flimsy. Boo's in trouble, but he's trying to play ahead of it, trying to play out his life here. Spawns out, Camo sees the ult. Camo's gonna find Benji. The site is open. Plants on the cards. Rienz and Miniboo need to pull off heroics here, if not miracles. It's looking like 7 is destined for Liquid. Now Rienz, they're walking back into just such uncomfortable territory. Camo waiting poised. Nat, eyes trained on it. I don't know if this is even doable. I'd be backing away, and maybe they should have done. The money's in a great spot for Liquid, and it's not looking good. Bullet to the back of Miniboo as Liquid making it up to 7. And Heretics once again denied that 5th.
Yeah, I didn't love the approach from Heretics. The idea was doing that kind of stairs push, forcing Liquid into A. But those A site holds, it's not a consistent way to play this map sitting on A site.
And is this...
Patty Tech managed to get the ult and then it just looked stupid.
Yeah. I'm worried that these round losses never feel good, don't get me wrong, but it hitting at this time feels so key, so critical to this. God, as if it's going to be 4 again. It's not over yet. They've got ults here. They've still got a bit of a buy. It ain't pretty. I mean, look at Miniboo. Look at the judge with Boo. Guardian out for Benji. Bulldog with Woot. They've got fire in them yet.
Nats is even holding onto the Outlaw right now, knowing that the half-hammers are in for Heretics. I hope he's pulled something else, though. Surely... Well, I'm not going to say it. He's going to get 5, isn't he?
Of course he will. Camo's still around here. They know what they want here. Heretics desperate to get that late A main control, potentially keep that there for themselves, but Miniboo isn't in the perfect position for this. Only got the SMG, and look at where Liquid are now congregating towards. This is still the spike, though.
It's like they have the whole map in this point, but Heretics are making... Well, they look a bit confused, but...
I don't think they know what to do, but they've gone for a switch here, so you're going to have... Who is it? Woot going over a little bit closer towards B. Switch up for the Sky coming over, maybe to get some information on Dish. They're still paranoid about it being that A hit coming in. God, but this silence is deafening. Pressure now mounting. It's time to go. They've got to make it towards side. The ult going to come down. Benji out in the open. Swept aside. Kiko's cleared. Powdertech claims Woot's life. It's looking like 8 is going to be on the cards here. Kiko wants that plant. Going to get that in. Down to 3. Miniboo, Rienz, and Boo. Trying to work this back. Miniboo pops the ult. He wants to find a body to place it towards. And Kiko's already found Rienz. It's falling to pieces here. They're falling like flies as Boo, the last one alive with a goddamn judge. There's nothing he could do. 8 rounds for Team Liquid. 4 again for Heretics. This feels cursed.
Another disappointing half from Heretics. Again, they're sitting on sites against ults and getting owned. Like, this isn't the Heretics that I know.
A shadow of their former selves, and it's going to be do or die time pretty soon here. This is what it takes to get to Bangkok, to pull it together when it matters most. Let's see if they can do it.
Red Bull gives you wings.
8-4. This map was meant to be the redemption of Heretics, the way back into this. Favored, seen as the better of, and Liquid couldn't have cared less. They've made it up to 8 mini. They look confident, they course corrected, and now the pressure is all on Heretics.
Yeah, they're gonna need to dig deep here to find something. It's the best of fives from Heretics have been something that we've talked about, and it's usually fairly even.
Yes.
Not 2-0 down with an 8-4 half. 4-8 half.
God, and if you're talking about needing a pistol, God, do they need this one. Let's see what they go for here. Of course, Heretics now on the attacking side. It will be Team Liquid on the defense. Waiting for A main pressure, but it ain't coming yet.
Yeah, Heretics just expecting a pistol round idea from Liquid. Liquid on their defense do like to do pushes and crunches, so just waiting that out. We're gonna have the second cycle salvos coming up from Heretics, just waiting for that for the exit.
Just letting it simmer right now as well. The further this goes on, the better it plays for Liquid. All of the scrutiny gets put to Heretics, right? They have to make the move late in a round, walking into what could be the unknown, but they've gathered towards B.
Yeah, 3B here for Liquid, so they are in a decent position.
Padatek, is he playing camo off this? Does he get to play himself into it? He does. Miniboo on the receiving end. Paint Shell goes in. That has to force him away. Nice from Nats. Oh, it's gorgeous from Nats. Vintage from the man himself. And the cavalry are arriving. Miniboo, face the music. Team Liquid with an in-zone flawless to start the second half.
Yeah, Heretics didn't do too much on the map there to inform any kind of rotation or any kind of read as to what Team Liquid are doing, and walked straight into the trap. I was expecting in this game the Teo salvos to be used a little bit more to try and get rid of these Cypher trips, but not something that we've seen on either side right now. And Nats will be more than happy about that.
And it's a slow march once again towards 10 rounds. Liquid, they've been here before. 2 maps just passed. Similar scenes. But can Heretics change it this time around? If they want to go, if they want a chance at international competition, it has to start even now with only classics. They have to show signs of life. It's been dreary.
Yeah, right now just doing side quest orb grabs from Miniboo, but Liquid already have pushed out of the south side.
The map just keeps feeling smaller and smaller. Okay, that's 2 for
Should
Miniboo.
get 3. I mean, playing the win conditions of the eco round, but again, if we're looking at a 10-4,
it's hard when you look at the kind of the small factors. You're like, oh, okay, this is what they're trying to achieve. That's fine. But then you put in the context of 10-4, map 3, best of 5. Uh-oh. You know, it just gets... Oh, look who it is, Padatek, the bringer of death. What's on their side? Certainly not anymore. Farming them up. There's Boo. A formality. Liquid. It's 10 again. Up against the 4 from Heretics.
honestly, if I'm Heretics there, I'm feeling a little bit demotivated by the fact that Padatek is stood in our spawn. Like, he has found a timing that, like, it almost feels disrespectful, to be honest.
And I love it. I love seeing it. Getting their heads rent-free. You got so much room to play with.
One enemy
Liquid's
remaining.
bonus, it's not going to be the most perfect of, right? 2 Bulldogs, Guardian. Nice. Do they make it off 4?
Looks like a south side crunch maybe here for Liquid.
God, if they get held on 4 again, I'm going to lose my mind, Mini. I really will. Oh my God, why do I feel it's going to work out? They're just going to make it in the smoke! And this might be it. This could be the first real kick of them into the coffin. Rienz and Benji trying to pick up the pieces. Rienz has to turn on a dime. Surrounded, left and right, outnumbered. And now it's Benji with a 1v2 to try and beat and break that cursed 4th round. The crowd want it. Willing him on. He's only had 4 kills in this entire map so far. It's all fours all the time. Team Liquid denying them again. The buy round has been shattered.
I know in this kind of moment for Heretics, the pressure's on and maybe forgetting stuff, but in preparation, I'd be more than surprised if they didn't know that that deep stair smoke meant the south side crunch was happening. If I got that in my notes, they've got that in their notes, and they weren't ready for that south side crunch at all, it looked like.
And are these the mistakes that happened under pressure?
Exactly.
Because you throw that into a different scenario, they're not going to fall for it. But here, in these circumstances, it gets just drifted away from them again. Look at that run arounds. God, Heretics. What a slow and painful death this might be. We've got Guardians. We've got what they can. They've tried to muster something together. No ults to completely bank upon. Miniboo 3 away, 2 away from Rienz.
I'm surprised they can even buy this much, to be honest.
All the pennies scraped together. Nats trying to find a little bit of safety. He has. Miniboo taking most of that damage. Oh, Nats.
Liquid already out of A main.
Look at this. Look at his position. You're dead. You are dead to rights. Heretics again at the hands of Nats being crushed. It's just Rienz in a 1v3. It feels like 12 is absolutely happening. Team Liquid 1 round away from Bangkok.
I mean, the heroics from Nats there was beautiful, but my coach brain was already seeing the A main push coming behind. Even when Nats got nothing there, I think that Liquid are in a decent position to win that round. This is a disaster for Heretics.
And now, what could be the final round is with Spectres, Stingers, Guardians. 1 ult for Rienz. You have Nats, who flashes of his brilliance of past years coming in, and Camo finding a corner to play from. The flash goes far, but he's still standing. Miniboo clears. Still hope made here for Miniboo. He goes further. Palitek can't be the one to stop them now. Miniboo charging forward, marching towards the site, trying to just flood in on this, and they've done it at least for now, it looks like. Miniboo individually trying to get him around. Nats, I said you're having a vintage game. At this point, I don't know if they won the ace, they just won a round. Get him off that 4th. Boo. Uh-oh. Who's on down? Maybe it is an ace, potentially, who knows? There's no real time for this, but if he can make it costly, that would have been great. But for Nats, he's thinking bigger picture.
Yeah, and for Team Liquid, it's going to be about just keeping composed.
Yeah.
Not letting the pressure get to them.
I don't think you start even feeling the pressure till it's like 10 at this point. You know what I mean? Considering the security for the weaponry is so valuable. And again, Nats is taking it away from them. They do make it out with 2 Vandals. Ult still there for Miniboo and a round from him. He needed that. The team needed it. It gets them off 5. Heroics called upon. And they still have a bye here.
The 13th round of the whole series for Heretics. Couldn't do it in 1 map. Needs 3 maps to do it.
1 round at a time.
Now you can say it, but we can see it all over the face.
Believing it is...
it's a different matter.
It's a different matter.
Need a couple more of those, and it can't just be the Miniboo show. We need to see it as a collective approach here. We have his ult. Benji's got his. 1 away from Booze. But Liquid aren't far off from themselves as well. 2 away from Palitek, 2 away from Kiko's, 1 off from Nats. We got some real close here. And they've chosen to try and tussle with Nats, it looks like. Trying to clear through. Does he find any safety now? Miniboo trying to hunt him down. A 1-man target and a 1-man army. Nats finds his other number and he's still alive. He still tries to do the damage, but he goes down. Rienz claims him and they claim security on the site here. A little bit of stall. They're going to try it. You're going to have Camo trying to lean forward here. A little bit more time to play with. Finds nothing on the site, but he spots out 1. Dealt with. They deny. 50 seconds trying to keep composure here. Can they punish Liquid? They're trying to. Heretics holding this together. Kiko still alive, but only Kiko alive now. Down on 30 HP. It looks like Heretics might have weathered this storm. Patience needs to be shown. They can't take their eyes off the prize for a second. Kiko has been lethal.
Spike planted.
Put plants in. The time's there. He's got 2 towards site, 1 off towards main. And he's been caught. Lovely from Heretics. That was a really chaotic round. It could have gone wrong.
Yeah, they kept composed. Nats with a little bit of going for heroics again. Maybe needs to calm down a little bit, but they do have rounds to work with, Team Liquid. Yeah, the approach from Heretics the past 2 rounds have been very direct. Just mini boo, go kill is what it's felt like.
Hey, but sometimes when you have a mini boo, you let them off the leash.
Nice! Let's go, boys.
Round by round. That's 2.
Team Liquid with just the Vandal to work with here.
No armor for it either. All right, Camo, give me some aim. Oh! This isn't the round.
You don't even need to
lose it.
flash and peek that corner. You can do that from anywhere.
Camo's still cooking. Yeah, Woot's having none of that. He's off ski. Did they manage to police the weapon? No. Paditech's got that. He's got light shields and the ult. I mean, this is not safe yet.
Heretics have accelerated appropriately. They should get this site.
But should doesn't seem to cut it in these sort of days. I don't know why.
Team Liquid do have Breach and Brim ult.
And I feel like Paditech's good for 1 here. I really do. It's a really considered position though, but the smoke is still in play. They're going to shift through that. They're out towards site. Plant's going to be on the cards. Going to try and deny that. Does Paditech spring? No, he waits. Divide in as well. They want to make them work for this.
They are going to commit them, it looks like.
There we go. Ult's coming. Team Liquid flooding right on back in though, but Miniboo going to find Camo. It's all going to be chaos, I promise you that. Kamek the only one to draw blood. It's down to a 3v2. Nats and Paditech. Could Paditech be the one to break their hearts? Could you imagine? The team that made him back in the scenes. But for now, the tempo shifts, but they are deep off site. Miniboo and Woot playing up. Oh my god! And the util's just gone. That was way too early. No, no way. Okay, hold on. No half achieved. Paditech trying to take the fight towards main. Boo on the back foot here, but time is running too short. Surely they've got time. It took everything. Mini, it took literally everything. The ults upon ults, but they're going to make it up towards 8.
Yeah, it looks a bit sketchy in the end there for Heretics, but I got to call out Team Liquid there, using both the Brim and Breach ult in a situation where you've got low economy, you're coming out of a tiny choke point. Those are the kind of moments in best of 5 series, in deep, you know, deep tournament gameplay, where I get a little bit worried.
But the thing is, I'll forgive Liquid for some of these errors as well, though, because how often do we see Liquid in best of 5 grand finals deep tournaments?
I mean, exactly.
You know, it's I'll give them a little bit of leeway, but the score is closing in 7, not the 8 again. So we see, we wait and we see how much more can they keep pushing through, trying to pull this one from the brink of what felt like death. Tense times now.
Nice little double stack A main there.
Has to be respected. What are you meant to do against that? Where does Heretics head now?
It's getting to that point of the game where it feels like there's just so much tension.
Palpable at this point. I feel like they're aware of this. This could be the downfall. It's going to be seen. Okay, do they try and punish or do they just hope they dismantle? Okay, they're going to fall off that. In the meantime, we see the crunch coming in from the north side, over towards Dish.
Liquid have 3 on A main, and Kiko looking like he might come back over. No, smoke's off Dish.
But they're rewalking this. Look at them clearing A main. They're going to know. They have a damn good idea. But timing is everything. 30 seconds. Christ, are they leaving this to the last 30 seconds?
30 seconds left.
Heretics. You're walking into an absolute storm here. Nats is going to go down, so they've left it late, but maybe there's something to it. But they've gone and lost Benji. Spike on the way. It needs to get there fast. Kiko trying to disallow it. And look at the ult. This is going to be so close on this one. A tap on the Spike. They're not going to commit towards it yet, but time is ticking. 11 seconds just passed. It's down to absolutely nothing here. Paditech and Kamek, shoulder to shoulder. Time is of the essence. He has to stick this. Boo! Fights Kamek, but the plant's gone down. It's too little. Too late. And Team Liquid heralded in a new era by claiming the last tickets to Bangkok out of the hands of Heretics. I can't believe it came down to that. Literally a second difference, a little bit of util, the right call. And that is Team Liquid. Heads held high.
I'm stunned. 3-0 against Heretics.
3-0.
They've had an incredible run, though.
They absolutely have. I think from when we first saw Team Liquid,
It looks
the team
scrappy.
we have now.
It looks scrappy.
Yeah, the
it did
first
not
one
look
was
good.
like, come on, what have we seen here? What have they been doing? What's this roster up to? But the difference made, there was some really clear changing points with this roster, going from, you know, what was very uncomfortable, scrappy, messy, to what looks like a real challenger here.
Yeah, I was a bit worried today. I was like, if we send Team Liquid to an international, how are they going to hold up? But
Well,
after seeing some of the stuff today, I was like, fundamentals were strong.
Get them out there.
Individuals look great.
They absolutely do. Amazing performance, and I think for Heretics, there's a lot of conversations to be had about this performance, about this run so far. It's not easy trying to reinvent yourself time and time again, coming off of such a high note of last year. A lot of new pressure, a lot of new problems. And now for Stage 1, they will have to find those answers. Bangkok is not on the cards.
I do trust their system, though. I
Yes.
think that with the time to come back, they can talk through all these things. You know, it's not the best start of the season for Heretics. The team expected to win this.
Yeah. But today, I think the fair thing to say is the better team won. Team Liquid, that first map, you know, going through the whole thing that we've seen, unbelievable. Willing to play this confident, really quirky look to things, and it worked out so well. It's been an absolute treat to watch this team go from strength to strength. And I can't wait to see how they do internationally. That, to me, is such an exciting
I can't wait to see
prospect.
how they do tomorrow.
No, that is true. There's still so much more to come. You're right. How will they fare? Camo's been incredible. Kiko, Nats having a vintage rollback performance. I mean, from start to end, they have been incredible. God, what a moment for them. That's got to be a real surprise for them in a way. Because, you know, coming into this start of the at least kickoff, I didn't expect to see them one of the teams going forward. I think that's a fair assessment, but my God.
Yeah, my read was that they had players that are going to be able to accept a good system in the coaching staff. I think that Lohan is a coach that we probably don't talk about that much, but I've seen his work. I think he's a good coach.
All right, let's send it over to the stage. Yinzu is standing by with Nats and Kiko.
I am indeed. Thank you very much, Pansy and Minnie. I'm now joined by Nats and Kiko from Team Liquid. Guys, give it up for them. Give it up. Now, as you can see, all of the branding, the stage behind you, you will be heading to Masters Bangkok. I'm going to ask you guys about this separately. First of all, Nats, we didn't see you at any global events last year. I think everybody missed you seeing on that stage. Talk to me how you're feeling about qualifying for this event, but also qualifying at your prime. You're playing so well. We're seeing some vintage Nats. We got the op in there as well. Everything is just amazing. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good. I don't think it's a prime. I mean, I like how am I playing right now and how am I doing as the IGL. It feels good, but it's like, I think it's the second time, to be honest. First year, I qualified to 2 international events. After that year, I wasn't qualifying. After that, 2023, I think I qualified everywhere. Again, year we didn't qualify anywhere. Now I've qualified again, so it feels good. But it kind of like, not the first time already for me, but it feels very good.
But does it feel, I mean, how was it like last year when you didn't qualify for anything? It must have been tough, right, watching other teams go ahead of you.
I mean, it's always tough to see how on the international event people are like playing, especially when I was doing a watch parties. You kind of watching and you see the people play and you're like, why am I not there? But sometimes you just don't deserve. You need to work harder, and I think I'm glad we proved that. And now we're going to the Bangkok. And yeah, that's good.
You're going to be there this time. You're going to be there. Now, Kiko, I know Masters being held in Bangkok is very, very special to you. Yes. Over in APAC, all of the Southeast Asian teams have been knocked out. You know, some of the Thai representatives will not be there. But you are half Thai, and you've spoken about that. This is a very special thing for you. So I want, maybe we can milk it a little bit. Get the APAC fans on your side. Get them on Team Liquid here. What does it mean to you to make it there?
It's really important to me because my mum was really cheering us on for this event. I told her that I'd really make it this year, and it won't be a repeat of last year. And this year we're going to make Bangkok because it's really important for us. And yeah, I think there's a lot. I think my family's going to be there from Thailand, so hopefully they can come watch.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to get the fans behind you. You were also telling me before this interview started, your mum is watching, right?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say to your mum right now?
Thank you for taking a day off to watch me. I won the game, so, you know, it was worth it, so, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. Taking the day off, yeah. Now, Eamon's just laughing behind you.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there.
Yeah, Eamon's always taking days off, you know. He knows how that
Doesn't
feels.
work.
He knows how that feels. Now, not only did you make it the fashion you did, the dominant fashion you did, we have to talk about Lotus, because there is something about the fact that whenever we see you play Fade, Nats, someone is playing Reyna on your team. It was Redguard last time on the Reyna. I don't know if you remember. But we were kind of guessing a little bit about why you played this comp. Was it a last minute thing? Have you been prepping this? Is there a reason why you left Lotus open today? I have a lot of questions, so yeah.
I mean, it's good that you have a lot of questions. It's good that Vitality has a lot of questions in that case.
Oh, okay.
So let them think about that, how they're going to think. Previous match, we also banned Pearl, and now we banned Pearl. So let them think how the VT is going to be, but it looked good. I like playing Fate. Lohan saying you should play Cypher though, but I'm playing. I played Fate at least once.
Oh, second time, right? I believe this is the second time that we've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was
Twice
that,
on Lotus though.
Yeah, but was this a conversation that you did have to have with your coach? Like, trust me, put me on the Fade, not the Cypher. And he was on board?
Of course.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love that. And Kiko, I feel like the Reyna doesn't need a lot of persuading. But on Lotus, it's different. We don't see that very often.
You know, it's just it's something we cooked up, so it was pretty fun to play. Get back on the duel list again. I told Camille, like, every time we're playing double duel list, we haven't lost a map, so happened again today.
2 out of 2, right?
Yeah.
2 out of 2. I assume you'll tell me the real reasons tomorrow after the final, okay? We'll have this chat again and you can
Okay,
honestly...
tomorrow you can ask actually.
Okay, sure. Tomorrow I'll ask you this again. Speaking of Vitality, you've played against a lot of teams here already. You have the most reps out of everybody, but you haven't played against Vitality, and they're also looking insanely dominant. So how do you think you're going to match up against them? Again, because you've played so much, and we feel like that's a good thing, right, Kiko, having reps on stage?
Yeah, I think that playing a lot, you know, coming from the lower bracket, playing like, I think 6 best of 3s or 7?
We played, it was our 7th match.
Yeah, okay, 7 games here. I think we have a lot of experience now. The team, like, resetting some resilience and, like, being more comfortable on stage. I think it's really a big bonus for us. And I think it's, hopefully that it'll be like a deciding factor for tomorrow anyways.
Is there, how big of a gap do you think there is between Vitality and some of the opponents you faced already? Is it, you feel like it's going to be a tougher opponent?
I mean, we will find out tomorrow. They were doing very good. Previous match against the Heretics, they played very well. Against Food, they also played very well. I think against KC, they only had problems and they played into 3 maps. It will be good to face, and especially counting through the thing that both of the teams qualified to Bangkok, and now it's about who is going to be the champion of the Kickoff. It will be a good match.
Yeah, you've already lifted a trophy on this stage before. You know what that feels like. You know what that feels like. And lastly, you are the final team to make Masters. Everyone else across the globe have already locked their teams. Who are you most looking forward to playing? Because tomorrow, after the finals, we will be finding out the draw. We'll be finding out your first opponent. So is there a team that you would like to face?
I only know that G2 qualified. I don't know about any other teams, to be honest.
Sentinels, they made it. DRX, T1, EDG, and Trace.
Okay, but to be honest, G2, they're looking really good. I think that I'm most excited to face them, hopefully. Looking really strong.
I mean, I like to face anyone, and it's only 8 teams on the tournament. It's 2 teams from each region, so it's the 2 teams of the best teams from each region. So every team is deserved to win. It's good to play against every team.
I'm gonna push you a little bit, Nats, just you know, just to get some storylines going. Give me just one team.
One team?
Yeah, give me one name.
EDG.
Oh, I love that. Champs winners, right? That makes sense. Champ runners. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to watch you guys. One more time, everyone, for these 2. We're going to be back for the grand finals. Okay.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, it's going to be between Team Liquid and Team Vitality. Have a lovely rest, everyone, tonight, and we'll see you then.
the damn wheel, Vinny! This is just sophisticated dominance so far. I didn't expect to predict it. Team Liquid heralding in a new era by claiming the last tickets to Bangkok.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
Yeah, I feel like a champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. They told me I wouldn't be nothing. Came on now, second to none. I need me a trophy, I need me a ring. I'm not with the bull, but keep it a beam. You know what it is, you know what I mean. Shit, all I do is win, 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 win. Haters wanna hate, they ain't made top 10. Double, triple team, what they need to defend. I juke left and I'm gone with the win. I'm gone with it.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine. I feel like a champion.